Hey guys, welcome back to RERole. We got a great show for you today. Later on, we have a fresh new story in a new world with a new system, so stick around. But first, we hinted at his return in our last Tulnira episode, which I'm realizing was actually released 2 weeks ago, which means we hinted at his return, and then we just showed one of the most crazy episodes we've ever filmed because it was completely improvised and insane. And that feels more unhinged that you did that intro prior to never showing up again. Anyway, he's finally back from hiking across the entire United States. Here to tell us more about that, Skylar, take it away.
Hello. Wow.
Yeah.
Way too loud. Way too loud.
Yeah, I walked from Mexico to Canada. It took me just under 5 months. I walked 2,550 miles on foot, and my feet hurt.
Still?
And boy, are my arms tired.
I did
Don't
daily.
sound so
I'm still
thrilled about
posting
it.
daily vlogs on Instagram. So that's
Yeah, if you wanna keep up and like, I am personally a very big fan of your body parts videos. Those have been my favorite so far.
Mhm.
Just how the body was holding up from different
Also, guys,
POVs.
it's fun to make.
He's underselling this. He had a video on there that got like 900,000 views.
Oh,
It's
1
true.
million.
It hit 1 million?
Yeah,
Yeah, it did.
Nice, dude. That's crazy.
he's thriving in the Instagram account. What's the name of that handle so you can follow along with his journey?
It's Salmon Sky Hike. Salmon as an SALMON Sky Hike.
You can also link it in the description.
Yeah, I wonder if
I'm gonna
Absolutely
be
not.
honest, no one's
Absolutely
typing
not. Absolutely not.
You have to pay.
That's
attention.
And it's because their names are Sam and Skylar, and so it's Sam and Sky, and that was the bit.
Yeah. Little
Mm,
play
That's
on
a good way
words
to remember it.
with nature, sky, sunset. Yeah.
Well, congrats on the hike. Welcome back. I'm glad that you made it safely.
Speaking
And now, shut the fuck up, because I'm the GM. I'm in charge.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure some of you guys have some concerns about Skylar's return affecting the dynamic or being a bad addition. You might just not like the way he looks or acts. So welcome back,
Right.
Skylar. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Okay. So this campaign today is kind of cyberpunk noir style. It takes place on the cursed planet of Karuma in the crime-riddled metropolis of Dalkar. Our story is going to follow a rogue detective and his ragtag crack team on their mission for justice and revenge on a local kingpin that was responsible for, well, a lot, really, but namely the death of our detective's partner. And we will determine if that means life partner or partner on the force. We'll get into all the details as we kind of flesh things out. But before we decide who you are, we have to establish some roles. Get it? Wordplay.
Hey.
Wordplay. And before we establish roles, we have to establish an order. And to do that, we are going to use a mechanic from... Oh, by the way, we're trying Savage Worlds today. So we're not going to be playing Dagger Heart for this one shot. One shot's probably going to end up being two because we're kind of feeling things out. We have previously tried Fate Core for kind of a rules light system. And we liked that it was like easy to dive in and not that intensive with character creation structure, but had issues with the combat. It was a little too loosey-goosey. We wanted a little more crunch. So we're trying out Savage Worlds. That being said, we're new to Savage Worlds. So we may be figuring some things out as we go. I'm going to be teaching it to them today. And so feel free to learn along if that's something you're interested in. If you're an expert in Savage Worlds and that's how you got here and you're like, these guys are idiots, I would do this differently, or this is how I do it, feel free to also leave that comment because we're trying to learn this system. But we're going to figure that out today. We're going to be using Savage Worlds. One of the unique things about Savage Worlds is for initiative, they don't roll dice, they deal cards. So gentlemen,
Ooh.
we're going to deal cards to see who goes first.
Come on now.
All right. So Colby, this one's for you.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Skylar.
cool.
Yeah.
Dylan.
All right.
I'm not sure I'm into your
Josh.
order, but
Well, I just did it by order of people I like. It doesn't. There was no real like.
got it.
Hey, I'll take second.
Yeah. Yeah. There were some glitches. We're still working on things.
Honestly, I think I deserve fourth.
Okay, and so the order is aces are high, and then
2 is low.
if you have a tie, 2 is low. Thank you for clarifying.
Gotcha.
And if there's a tie, it's reverse alphabetical order of suits. So spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Okay.
There's also jokers in the deck, 2 jokers, and the jokers are the highest. If you get a joker in actual initiative, you get to decide when you go. You don't have to go first, though. In this case, you probably want to, I guess. But you can interrupt an opponent's turn halfway through their turn if you get a joker. And also, there are other bonuses. You get a +2 to all the rolls you make that round. Everybody gets a Benny. It's a great time. We'll get into what all that means in a second. But
Benny?
to start, yeah, kind of. It's not a bad token for it. Okay, Colby, your card
Yes.
is a king of clubs. I really thought it glitched out and disappeared, but it just really it built tension for some reason. Your card is gone. Okay,
Dang,
Skylar.
that's like
You're not playing. Get out.
oh, boys, welcome
Wait,
back.
Dylan. Okay, you got somebody's got to ground us. Somebody's got to ground us.
There we go.
And yeah,
Or
what
not.
we figured out here is that Dylan sucks.
I get the scraps. Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
so Skylar goes first.
That's right.
I would like you to roll a d4 for me, please.
Okay. 1.
Perfect. You are
Nice.
our grizzled veteran detective.
Ooh.
Hey!
I'm going to send you some information that you know, just kind of background information here going into things. But
Okay.
the general, your kind of general background is that you were on the policing force of this world of Dalkar, or the city of Dalkar, called the Wards. You were with the Wards for some time. At some point in your history, you lost your partner. Like I said, you can decide if that's life partner or partner on the force, and figure out like there's somebody influential to you that was lost. And there will be some details in your backstory regarding that. But that's what has led you to leave the Wards and to seek out retribution for who you think did it on your own.
Okay.
And we will get into the details of that with kind of like the intro monologue, but like that's the general vibe of who your character is. Cyberpunk noir, you can think about how you want to play him, what the general, the voice, the mannerisms, how this guy's going to act or this gal's going to act. And then we will assign some traits to that in character creation here in just a second. Hopefully this goes pretty smoothly.
The grizzled what?
Veteran detective.
Veteran detective.
So he's actually
So
like a
will that
veteran on the
be-
wards. He's relatively new to being a detective.
Will all that be on what you send me as well, or should I be typing all this out?
You're yes, the background will be on what I'm sending you. The fact that you're a detective is not going to be necessarily listed. Oh yeah, I guess it does say detective info on the top. So if you forget that word, that's also there.
Excellent.
Also, I guess you don't necessarily have to be as super grizzled, but
Yeah. Grizzled is just like,
What
I
is this
assume
like
if you've been
experience?
pushed to this point, it's probably like led you to that. But I will let you
Hey, you look a
determine
little
how your
grizzled.
character
Do I
has
not look
responded to
grizzled
that
enough?
information.
yeah,
For you?
bare grizzled.
I think it fits.
I don't look grizzled.
If you could go hike
there you
like
go.
2,000 more miles quick, then
Then I'll
maybe
be
we'd get
Then you
you.
might really look grizzled.
grizzly beard.
Okay, I just sent that to you. All right, now
Thank you.
Colby,
Yes.
roll a d4 -1 for me, please. You rolled a 1. Basically, it was just to
4.
shift you down. There is no 4 was the point. So I will just
Oh.
keep you at a 1. And we'll just
I
work it
understand
that
it
way.
now.
Got it.
Clearly, that mechanic didn't really work, but
I thought you
we're
meant,
going to do
like,
it anyway.
Roll a d4, not counting the 1 as a space. Since
You
Skylar already took-
are. It works the same either way. You rolled
I'll
the
shut up.
first of the available numbers.
Shut up.
You are a rookie with the wards.
All right.
You're still kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you have still clung to your ideals of justice. You saw what happened to this detective that left the wards after he didn't accomplish what he wanted to with them, and you feel for his cause. You're not ready to throw away your career with the wards just yet, but you're motivated to do something maybe outside the bounds of what they're allowing you to do at work.
Sweet.
And I'll send you some information here. And who's next?
It'd be Travis. Travis.
It is me. It is I.
Tarvis, why don't you flip a coin for me instead of doing the other
Ours.
system? Because it's a
I have
50-50.
odd.
Okay, did you establish if that was heads or tails?
Well, I assume you have a 1 and 2, so 1's odd.
Yeah, so 1 is odd. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Is it? Hold on.
Let me do some math.
Can we
real
get a
quick.
fact check on that?
Prime number. You guys said that really confidently, so I'll believe.
Can
you
anybody
for
in the
that.
chat tell us if 1 is odd or even? Okay, and Colby, your information has been sent. And
All right.
Travis, you rolled an odd, which is a 1. We have determined. I'm getting word
Yes.
now. It is in fact 1.
Fine.
Travis, you are a criminal informant.
Ooh.
So I will let you decide what kind of a criminal you are, what your crimes are. But you were an old contact of this veteran ward, who is now detective, when he was on the force. And you stayed on the streets by kind of dealing in information. But you're still pretty well connected in the streets.
Let me tell you, I've done a lot of jaywalking.
Yeah.
Dang.
The premier jaywalker
So that
of all
only
of
leaves
Dalkar.
cyber assassin.
Any guesses as to what your role is?
Cyber assassin.
I think, I'm not going to lie, I think these kind of worked out perfectly for who's going to enjoy their roles the most.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I'm the captain of the force.
You're the captain of the football team. That's correct.
Yeah.
You're the jock. No. Let me send him his information, then we'll do a little build up for what I think you'll be excited about. All right. You are
Come on.
a vigilante.
Oh,
Let's go.
Working outside the law. You can decide your persona and how you carry yourself, but you knew the wards weren't the way from the beginning. You had to take the law into your own hands.
So really, it's all of us versus Colby.
What? No, I joined you.
No, I'm
we're
not on the
together.
wards anymore, right? I left.
Right, and I
No, he is on the wards, but he's young and still clinging to his ideals and feels for your cause. So
Oh,
he
okay,
is.
I missed that part. All right,
Yes,
all right.
yeah.
You lucky kid.
Okay, and then Travis, you got your information. Let me send
sure
Dylan
do.
his. Hey guys, it's us from the future. Just a warning, we're about to get into character creation, and we're really doing a deep dive into it. So it's going to take a little while. If you're into that and you want to learn how to play Savage Worlds, stick with us. It is fun. If you're more about just diving into the story, we'll put a link in the description so that you can jump straight to that. It'll also be a timestamp. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. So,
good.
all right. All right, cards can go away for now. So, this is going to be in some ways similar to like D&D character creation, but in some ways much more expedited. We're going to start with ancestry. Now, the cursed planet of Karuma is not Earth. It does exist out in the cosmos. It is going to have some Earth flavor, just to keep it kind of grounded. I had intended for everybody to just be humans. Now, there are modified humans. Cybernetic augmentation is a common practice here. If you feel strongly that your character would be some kind of weird alien race that you've already nailed out in your head, we can make that happen. That's the beauty of Savage Worlds. But it's going to take a little longer. Travis pulls out his just-in-case alien lore documents.
Yeah, right.
Guess what? Don't worry, everybody. I'll just be another Negrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did make a cockroach race for another. Well, they were more like flies. What were they? Kind of just insect.
They were
I guess.
kind of a mix. Cockroach, fly.
We'll link that video in the description of his 45 minutes of lore drop. But so does anybody have any strong feelings about aliens, or do we want to just be humans? You can talk about like augmentations, and we can implement that into your ancestry.
I'm
traits
good with
as well,
human.
but
Yeah, I
I
kind
am
of.
the
I
knight.
have a human visualized.
Mine's definitely human, yeah.
okay. And Dylan, you're gonna be the knight. You're gonna be vengeance.
Yeah, a concept.
I can't. I'm trying to put my thumb on what your inspiration is. Oh, okay. There. Okay.
Hey guys, what if all of our
I can't
characters?
tell.
I'm trying to think. I can't do Batman. I gotta do something else. What if all four of us just sound like this?
Everybody's Batman.
I'm Noir Nick Cage.
Yes.
All right, so humans makes it easy. Humans don't start with ancestries like in D&D will have different bonuses and hindrances that are natural to that ancestry. For humans, you just start with none of those, but instead you start with an additional edge, which we will get to later. Edges are like feats, or like in D&D feats, or like stunts in Fate Core. So they're going to help like flesh out and really personalize your character. And there are no classes in Savage Worlds, so that's really where you're going to get your customization, is in things like edges and where you allot your skill points. Okay, so that was easy enough. We're all humans, and you can think about like augmentations that you would have if you want to like have a specific augment. Then we can implement that into your ancestry bonuses and negatives as well. So if you think about something, we can always come back and do that retroactively.
Okay.
Also, like there are old school, like I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, like normal guns that we would think of, like shooting lead, but there's also laser guns. So they will have different types of armor are protective for those two different types of weapons in this world. And so there's not one that is like, it's not like laser weapons are significantly better. They definitely have advantages, but we'll try to balance that out. The damage is going to kind of work itself out. Okay, moving on, we've got your hindrances. So now you've picked your race. You're going to give yourself some character flaws, and you do that by picking kind of general traits. There are a list in the book. We can also just assign one if you think like, my character is rude, or my character is ugly, or my character is really obsessed with one specific thing, or he just has this weird quirk. We work those character flaws in, and we assign them either a -2 if they're a major hindrance, or a -1 if they're a minor hindrance. And you want to get to a total of 4 points. You can have as many as you want, but you'll only get rewarded for 4 negatives. 4 points worth of negatives.
Okay.
Does anybody have any ideas of just like character traits, and then we can talk about what they would be in the world?
Rat. I'm a rat.
You're a rat.
You are a rat. That's for sure a character flaw. Like you would do anything to survive, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
I sell information. I'm willing to sell, whatever I can get my hands on. It's whatever kind of helps me get ahead and stay ahead. But, sometimes hard times brings me back around to helping whoever helps me out.
Yeah. Okay. So which aspect of that do we want to focus in on? Because if we're thinking about how this is going to affect your gameplay, I mean, there are certainly things that, like, that's a character trait that you can apply to situations.
Yes.
But if we're talking about mechanics-wise, do people know this about you? Are you known, like, Two-Face, you're untrustworthy, maybe?
I would say I have probably bit the hand that fed me a few too many times.
Sure.
So I'll take this one as, I'll probably put this as kind of a major hindrance, where people know who I am, and they're usually not too happy to see me.
So outsider is one that's already established in the book. I think that kind of works in this sense, as like, you don't really belong to either community. The criminals know that you're a rat. The wards know that you're a criminal, and the general public isn't going to accept you because of the crowd you run around with. So we can call that a major hindrance. It will subtract 2 from persuasion rolls made to influence people. Basically, normally it would be that aren't your own kind. In your case, that's kind of everyone. So you're not very persuasive.
Hey.
And you will have like few legal rights in the area. You're going to run into some xenophobes, that kind of stuff.
All right.
But xenophobes doesn't really apply because you're not a different race, but like in the sense that you're not a part of the group with them.
Do we view you
other.
this way? Like, will we not like you?
Well, at least the detective knows my backstory.
Okay.
So the detective has decided I'm more valuable to have around than not.
Yeah, got you. And that's Skylar's character.
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yes. So it's up to you two to determine where you see me.
Right. How long have we been working
Yeah.
together, Will? This group?
I will explain that kind of in the opening monologue. I would assume that you can kind of decide interpersonal relationships like that.
Right.
If you had some experience with each other, there's some that are kind of pre-built in to give you a little bit of a connection. And also I'll give you an opportunity to kind of reveal your physicality and the way you look. So you can feel free to keep that hidden until the time arises to build up some suspense.
For my guy, I'm thinking he's one of his like personality traits is that he is like easily subordinate to people that he views that will like get things done. But then on the other side, like behind closed doors, he's very much ambitious to make a difference. So he like really wants to make a difference, but he's subordinate to people like probably the detective. So he's a little bit more timid like in person, but then maybe when it comes to it, he'll make some brash actions. Obviously,
this sounds to me like two separate ones and maybe two minor ones. So like loyal is one that's established in the book already. You're loyal to authority figures. Like if you are looking at the power structure of the wards, you're still kind of indoctrinated into that system to where you feel that people that are there for longer do deserve a certain amount of respect. So you're willing to like follow their orders even if it's sort of against what you normally would believe.
Right.
But at the same time, you have this kind of like impulsive desire to do the right thing. And so you're kind of constantly battling with those two.
Yeah. Like
that,
maybe just
that could be a major in the book. So if you're like going to play that way, where you see something going on, and even if you know you shouldn't interact, you can't help but do the right thing, that could be up to a major hindrance.
Okay. I don't know if I want to play like that because that could get us in trouble.
So like otherwise they're sort of directly contradictory, I think.
I know. Yeah, you're right. Let me think about it more.
Okay. Anybody else have any ideas for character flaws?
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna choose wanted on like a minor level because I can decide minor and major, where I am notorious and like the watch might not feel 100% on board with me. But I typically deal like my superpower, vigilante power per se, is infiltration, and I'm not necessarily beating people up in the streets, but getting information on the higher ups and trying to exploit that as best I can.
Cool.
So wanted, as in I've built a notoriety against some powerful people, and the watch has like a keen eye, or like try to keep a keen eye on me. And then I did suspicious, where as in I am suspicious of people. I typically like to work alone, especially in my line of work. And then I chose heroic for a major, where I like cannot refuse a call for help, essentially.
Nice.
I think that's what I'm working with right now.
Right.
That's great. If it fits the character, I think I have an image of who that person is.
I also considered impulsive instead of heroic, but kind of for the same reason. It's like they just dive into action based on.
Mm-hmm.
I like
That's
that.
the one that Colby was kind of thinking about, but maybe shying away from now.
Yeah, I think I've chosen a different way to play.
Okay. I'm going to go impulsive then because I think that fits better than heroic.
Is that impulsive's major? Is that?
Yeah. Which so is heroic.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's four. That's four total.
Yeah, 2 minors and a major.
Okay. Great.
Skylar, if you want to go, I can loop back around after.
Was thinking my guy was going to have history of some sort of alcoholism. Like he always keeps a flask.
Yeah.
Do the
Nice.
hindrances have to be? Can they be like physical
Yeah,
things?
Totally.
there's like
Ugly
blind-
is
So I was
one.
thinking.
Yeah, it really is.
What'd you say?
Ugly is
Ugly is
one,
one.
but like also
Oh, yeah.
blind,
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
arm. Like there's
I was gonna say he has
It's
like
me.
a left knee injury that he carries around like a staff, as almost like a cane.
Nice.
yeah.
Uh,
So major habit is the addiction one.
Okay.
Physical or mental addiction of some sort that's debilitating or possibly even deadly. Chronic
There's a-
drinking, perhaps even addiction to virtual reality in a high-tech setting. And an addict who doesn't get his fix must make a vigor roll every 24 hours he goes without or take a level of fatigue. So there's like very specific rules around that. If you want to look it up in the PDF that I sent out.
Okay. So would that be a major hindrance, you think? So that'd be
Yeah.
like a -2?
Yeah, that version is major. So that'll count as a -2.
-2. And then the leg one, maybe -1 or
Well,
would
there's
that be a
one-
major.
There's one called slow, where it says a disability or past injury has hindered the hero's mobility. As
Definitely
a minor
that one.
hindrance, you reduce your pace, which is like your movement, by 1, and your running die 1 step.
Okay.
So you could do it minor or major if you want.
Yeah. If it was a major, you do it. You reduce your pace by 2.
I'll do minor because that takes me to 3. So then for my 4th, I want him to be, because it's a kind of cyberpunk, but I want him to be like almost anti. He doesn't want to use the futuristic or do anything.
Nice.
Old fashioned.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
old fashioned. So
He's learned to not trust technology.
yes, which I have an interesting character physical trait that goes along with that I'll tell you later.
So there are several skills that are sort of related to technology. And so you could just say like any of those skills, whenever that comes up, you'll have a -2 to those things.
Okay,
Nice.
and then I'll look on the list and see
So
what
like
I can-
hacking or
Yeah, he's not gonna
piloting or psionics or repair or research or science.
Okay.
Weird. Yeah, that kind of stuff. If it's related, really any skill that's related to technology, you'll have a negative trait.
Okay.
So, I'm actually going to go a completely different direction with how I want to
Okay.
play this. I'm thinking he's a rookie, he's new, he's hungry. So I'm thinking arrogant as a major, and then this wasn't
it.
in there, but maybe something like prejudiced against like those who like are criminals. Like he has no leeway for it.
Yeah. There are things like that. Like
You're stubborn.
I saw stubborn, I saw mean, but I'm not gonna be mean. It's just, I mean, he just he's a short straw for his moral code.
yeah, there's code of honor, but it's not exactly that either. I feel like I did see one that would be perfect for this. Okay, that's a major, right?
Yeah, I figured they would probably both be major. I mean, arrogant
Well-
is listed as major,
Oh yeah, then that's
and I
perfect.
figured prejudice is probably major. So there's mine.
So pick which one of those fits best, or find a way that you can kind of reskin one to make prejudice fit. Travis, you got some other ones?
I sure do. I have 2 minors. I have greedy. I'm always looking to get ahead, mostly
Yeah, makes
through
sense.
monetary means.
Sure.
And I also have skinny, which is just small. I'm thin, spindly, and easily pushed around.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah,
I like
nice.
it.
Hey,
Okay. Oh god, don't reveal the voice. Don't reveal the voice.
I'm working on it still.
Real quick, where are you seeing this list? Is this? I can't see it in the.
Oh, it's on
This
the,
is in the PDF that
Yeah,
I
the
linked,
PDF.
or in the book.
which is on the Google Doc.
Oh, on the Google. Okay.
Yep.
Is a major a -2?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe. Well, I was gonna say driven might work as the prejudice, but that would be a very specifically driven to specific things. I'm trying to find one of these that's gonna work.
That makes sense to me.
Driven. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put that in there. So arrogant and
Yours
driven.
is like, instead of to protect the realm like it lists in there, it's more like to imprison those that you feel are criminals, or like to
Right.
clean up the streets, basically, right?
Yes. Mhm.
And sometimes that's not going to be
Right.
beneficial for your group, and then you just have to play that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. All right, so now we've done hindrances. We're going to get into your attributes. So just like a lot of other systems, you're going to have your core attributes. In Savage Worlds, they are agility, smarts, spirits, strength, and vigor, or ASV.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. I've already got mine.
And
I've
those
got
will
an
all
idea.
start as a D4. So the thing about Savage Worlds versus like D&D, for example, in D&D you roll a D20, you add your modifiers, which are contributed to by the skills that you have allotted. You add that to the D20, and then you try to beat a difficulty rating that the DM has established for a specific task. In this world, you roll the trait associated with the skill that the GM calls for, but you're always trying to beat a 4. 4 is the success number, or get a 4 at least. And your skill or attribute will have an associated die. So a D4 is the lowest, a D6 is the next lowest, D8, and then a D12 is the highest. All of your attributes will start at a D4. Some races or ancestries will change that slightly, and that changes your ceiling. But for humans, we're all starting at D4. Now you have 5 points you can spend to increase those. Each point you spend bumps it up to the next level die. From D4 to D6, D6 to D8, D8 to D12.
Okay. I think, do you want us to like go through these out loud or just do these on our own?
You can do them on your own. Agility and smarts are going to actually... Agility, smarts, and spirit are going to be kind of like the things that determine most of your out-of-combat skill checks.
Mm-hmm.
Agility is like all physicality. Smarts is everything that has to do with mental capacity, so like wisdom and intelligence in D&D. And spirits is more like your charisma. But I think it also is like your wisdom saving throw effectively.
Yeah.
But we will cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
And then strength determines like the damage you deal with melee weapons. And vigor is... Oh, strength also determines how much you can carry. And it's a certain requirement for different edges or different types of armor. And then vigor is like your constitution. Determines you soaking up damage when you get hit and not bleeding out or dying. It also determines your toughness, which is like kind of like your AC, kind of.
Yeah.
Like there's a little more complicated than that, but like if they beat that number, that's when you start to get hurt. And Daggerheart, it would be like your thresholds, your damage threshold.
Okay.
Everybody assign their values.
I got
did.
mine. I
Okay,
did.
moving on. We can always come back because we might need to if you find edges you need to adjust. But okay, now we're into skills. So your skills, there's a whole list. It's on the doc. You start with the core skills as a D4, and you have to buy every other skill. So you start with athletics, common knowledge, notice, persuasion, and stealth at a D4.
Mm-hmm.
You increase those the same way you increased the other things. Now you have 12 points to spend.
Mm-hmm.
You would increase those with 1 point each. You can buy a new skill with 1 point from the list that I've provided. There is an associated attribute with each of those skills. So athletics is agility. If your agility is a D8, your athletics, to jump it up from a D4 to a D6 is 1. From a D6 to a D8 is 1.
That's the first
If you
one.
want to go above the D8 that you've already established it at, it's going to take 2 points now because the associated attribute, which is agility, is a D8. You're exceeding that, takes 2 points.
Okay.
So you can spend all 12 of those points there. If you don't buy a skill, you are untrained, which means you get a -2. So you roll a D4 -2 to all of your rolls there.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, D12.
So I know we kind of went over this earlier,
Alright.
but say my smarts is upgraded 1. If I pick a skill like common knowledge, if I upgrade that, it's a minimum of 2 that I have to use to upgrade it.
No. If you upgraded your smarts by 1, your smarts is now a D6.
Correct.
And you're trying to increase, which one did you say? Common knowledge?
Like, yeah, common knowledge.
So it would still take 1 point to get it up to a D6. Then if you wanted to exceed the D6, since that is your associated attribute, and smarts is at a D6, you would need to spend 2 points to get it to the next level.
Okay. So it actually makes it easier to upgrade it if you've upgraded the base.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
It's harder to upgrade it beyond your associated attribute.
Got it. All right. I follow.
I think I've got my skills.
Nice. I'm trying to look for some extra ones.
I took, beyond the starting 5, I took shooting, thievery, and hacking.
Nice.
You're probably just like a general idea. You're probably going to want fighting or shooting if you want to do any combat at any point.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a shooter for sure.
I think I'm gonna do shooting also.
Okay. So I guess just so I know this for sure, the base attributes that affects the base die, like dice. Then we can increase that die with the skills learned, right?
The skills always start at 4 still.
4. Got it. Yep.
It just costs 1 point to get you up to the level of your associated attribute, and then beyond that it's 2. Yep.
Got it.
But you still have to pay to get up to that level. You don't automatically start.
Perfect.
Is it just 1 point to buy a new skill?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
And you buy it at D4. Yep.
Yeah. Ah, this is cool.
And then after this, are we going to talk about the bonuses from the hindrances?
That's the next step.
All right, cool. It's all coming together.
Man, this is tough.
So-
It's tough to like decide how to split these up.
Yeah,
So you like this is a little slower because this is literally some of our first time ever doing this.
Yeah.
But you can see how this system is like we're not that far from being done already. And
Yeah.
You can see once we
Yep.
get this system down and you know how you kind of want to allot your points and how you want to build your character, this can go a lot faster.
Yeah, once we get familiar with all the hindrances and all the edges and stuff.
Okay, so we're done with skills. Now we're going on to edges. This is what makes your character unique. There's no classes, like I said, so this is kind of where you branch off. And this is going to be something that you're like a specialist in or some kind of flavorful thing that makes your character unique.
I have a question, Mr. G.
Yeah, you with the question.
How many edges do we get?
As a human, you're going to get one for free. So you can
Ooh.
start by picking that.
Hooray!
Then we'll talk
Okay.
about buying them.
I think
There's a long list on the thing, but if you have any ideas as far as like what your guy's deal is going to be, we can try to help you find one more efficiently. For example, ambidextrous or arcane resistance, which wouldn't really be relevant in this, or aristocrat or attractive or very attractive.
Yeah, I saw that.
but you have to be attractive already.
Yeah, there are requirements. That's important to note. So you guys are novices. That's like your rank, and it's like there's tiers. There's also progression, which within each tier, kind of like Daggerheart in that way. So you're going to start kind of at the base. So just pick one that says novice, and you have to have the associated required attribute. So like for Brawny, you're novice, which you are, and you have to have strength of a D6 or vigor of a D6 at least. So you couldn't take that if you had a D4 in either of those traits.
I know what my free one will be.
I guess this is also relevant to talk about now. You have
Yeah.
4 points from your hindrances. That's what that -4 was for. You can spend 2 of those points to get a new edge. You could spend
Nice.
2 of those points to improve one of your attributes by 1 dice. Or you could spend 1 of those points to increase your skills.
Okay.
Okay. Which ones are the attributes?
the agility, smarts, spirits, strength.
Oh,
So, for example, if you wanted an edge, but you didn't meet one of the requirements for your attributes, you could use 2 of your points to increase that attribute and then take the edge. So that's why it's relevant information right now.
I think I'm going with, for my free one, I'm going with Thief, which I have Agility D8, Stealth D8, and Thievery D8, and its requirements Novice, which I get to add a +1 to stealth rolls when in an urban environment, and I add a +1 to rolls in all circumstances that use the Thievery skill.
Nice.
It also says once per session, gets 500 platinum.
No, platinum
Hold
doesn't
on.
exist, so that's where you sold yourself out.
500.
Dylan, are you really making your guy like a big shooter? Heavy on that?
Hey, you a big shooter?
No, he's more like.
A big
A lot of us are
shooter?
going to be.
You a big shot? Eh?
I mean, that will be his primary fighting thing, but it's not going to be like what he bases his personality around. He's got like a single pistol is like his thing. It's discreet. It's not a Desert Eagle.
Will. Actually, this is for
Yes.
everybody. I'm debating between 2 things, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Either, I honestly don't know how to pronounce this word. I've never seen it before.
Hey, just a quick note. In the editing, leave this part in. Go ahead.
Is it Alon or Elon or Alan or Elan?
We don't talk about him. His stock is not high right now.
Well, Elan, it means energy or spirit. They rise to the occasion when things get tough. So I'm either thinking of that or I'm thinking luck. And I'll tell you why. For luck, I'm thinking this guy's a rookie, and to get to this point in his life, things have probably gone right for him most of his life. So he just thinks he like has this luck, and I can play that off as like that leads into his arrogance and his like driven aspect. But I could also say that for just having like a spirit, like an energy about him too. Any thoughts?
I didn't hear anything you said.
Okay, good.
I think that's really interesting, Colby. And I guess the thing that I would say about it is that I was looking up the pronunciation of Elon the whole time.
Elon.
And unfortunately, the video was of a French guy who really milked the intro.
I think I'm gonna do luck. I think I'm gonna do luck.
That's the
So
word.
I had to scan through for a while to find. It took him 46 seconds to say the word, and the whole video was just him saying the word. So,
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
do luck.
but yeah. So I think luck. Yeah, I think your justification kind of is a stretch there. But what was the other one? Elon. That was the reason I looked it up. I would say that is that fits more of like your personality thing. The luck.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. Where like he's been fortunate. He's like a rich kid that like thinks he is. It's the fact that he's been working hard and just ignores the fact that he's
Right.
he's at a head start from the beginning.
Right.
But also like you are lucky. Like things go your way
Yeah.
because that's the whole point of the skill. So like it's not like
Right. So maybe I will do.
your justification is almost like he's erroneously thinking that it's luck when really it's just like his privilege.
So how do you pronounce the word so I can say it correctly?
I think Elon, but you know,
Elon?
this video was long and I was kind of trying to listen to both of you at the same
It was
time.
Elon video.
Cut the whole thing out. We'll start over. Starting fresh.
I'm looking at trademark weapon, and one of the requirements is skill with chosen weapon at D8. Where is that skill? I'm not finding that.
If you are talking about a melee weapon, it is your fighting.
Yes.
If you're talking about a gun, it's shooting.
So fighting needs to be D8.
Or if you want it to be a melee weapon.
It's gonna be your cane, isn't
What
it? A
weapon?
dueling cane.
Yeah,
I was
well, you
gonna
don't have
do
to
my
say.
cane. Yeah,
Then yeah, it's got to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
fighting.
and fighting is a skill that I can buy. Okay.
All right. I
Man,
think I
finding
found
this-
my first skill
I don't
here
know if I'm gonna do another feat.
with Streetwise.
Love it. That makes a lot of sense.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how to find the local black market, fence stolen goods, avoid the local law or criminal element, lay low when the heat's on, obtain illegal weapons, find out which boss is hiring muscle or similar shady activities. So, +2 to intimidation or persuasion rolls made to network with shady or criminal elements. I also add +2 to common knowledge rolls pertaining to the types of disreputable activities listed above.
I'm thinking.
I guess I will take fighting. I don't. I'm only taking my free edge, and then I'm increasing my vigor by 1. So I'm using 2 hindrance points there, and then I'm adding a dice upgrade to thievery, and then I'm buying fighting.
Very good.
Nice.
I am using 2 hindrance points to upgrade my fighting from a D4 to a D8, and I'm using that to use trademark weapon, which is another 2 hindrance for edge. So there's my 4.
I think I'm going to go
Did you get your free edge too?
My free edge is I was going to do calculating.
I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll take alertness, which is just +2 to my notice rolls.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one looks really good. So I'm glad you're getting it because I was very
Well,
close.
you know, I always have to keep an ear to the ground.
Yeah, which again makes sense.
And maybe there's some stimulants involved.
My
Yeah.
2, I'm doing Elan, and then Quick. I'm spending 2 to have Quick, and then I'm gonna use my remaining 2 hindrance points. 1 to upgrade Agility, and then 1 to upgrade Fighting.
Don't you need 2 to
You
upgrade?
can't
ability?
upgrade agility. You could do 2 to upgrade agility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to spend my last 2 points on upgrading my common knowledge and notice.
Cool. Is everybody ready then, or Colby, are you still thinking about your last one?
I'm good. I put it in one of these.
All right, and we're done with edges. We have spent our hindrance points. Now, since nobody is doing an arcane background in this one, we don't have any powers. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, and it will be fun. I think that'll be good for spoilers, some things that we have brewing for the future. But for now, we're going to bypass that step. And we're going to go straight to gear. So you start with 500 monies.
Hooray!
And you get to buy your gear, which is all laid out in the book. Does anybody have any idea of what kind of weapon or armor they want to use? And if you're okay it being public knowledge, then I can kind of help you look up those prices. If you want to look it up on your own and keep it secret, keep it safe. that's
Mine's
fine.
easy because of the staff. I'll just go with staff.
Great.
A grappling hook is 100.
I can't afford a catapult. No.
You have 500 monies to start with.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
digital
Yes.
camera is very expensive.
How much is a camera?
A digital camera is 300.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
A regular camera is 75.
In this world, I think like a regular camera is the equivalent of a digital camera. A digital camera in this world is like a drone, like an unmanned drone that films you, you know?
Okay, I'm done with mine.
Yeah, I've purchased my items, which it's a leather jacket as my only source of armor.
Same here. Well, mine's
Nice.
a thick
Same.
coat.
We're all wearing leather jackets.
Mine's thick.
I got a
coat.
flak jacket.
When in noir.
Exactly.
Yes.
I got my switchblade. I have a camera and a handheld just to keep in contact.
All right. So, just to review the things that I was telling these fools so that everybody's on the same page. 3 important traits that we're going to determine, or 3 important numbers we're going to come to from the things that we've just established. Your pace, which is how far you can move. Your parry, which is like your melee, kind of like armor in this sense. It's like your ability to block. And then your toughness, which is kind of like your damage threshold in Daggerheart. Your pace is 6 at your size without any hindrances or other applicable modifiers from your background. Your parry is half of your fighting die plus 2. So if you have a d8, that becomes a d4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. So your parry is 6. Your Toughness is half of your vigor score plus 2. And then you add your armor onto that. But make sure you know what portion of that toughness is coming from armor. So you can put that in parentheses afterwards.
I'm ready, baby.
All right. Now everybody has spent their monies. Everybody has your edges, your hindrances, your attributes, your skills. We got to talk about bennies. Everybody's going to start with 3 bennies. Bennies is short for benefits. It's just something that you can use to... It's kind of like an inspiration die in D&D. In this case, you can use it to re-roll a trait roll. If you roll something that you don't like, you can use it to, like luck in D&D. You can recover from being shaken automatically. You can even interrupt somebody's turn to do that. And remember, shaken is a combat thing. It means that you can't take actions. You can only take free actions, which includes movement. You can move. Soaking damage. This is a big one. So if you're taking a bunch of wounds at once, let's say they get 2 raises on you. So you're going to take 2 wounds from 1 hit. And remember, you can take 3 wounds total before that 4th one incapacitates you. You can spend a Benny to soak that damage. You make a vigor check, and if you get a 4, that takes one of them away. If you get a 4 with a raise, that can clear both. And then you're not even shaken. Not only do you not have wounds, you're not shaken. Now, if you've taken a wound from a previous attack, and you get another attack that gives you 1 wound, and you soak that damage, and you roll and you succeed with a raise, it doesn't heal your previous wound. That wound's already there.
Okay.
You can only max out on the one you already have. So that's a really important point of our use of the bennies. Redrawing initiative is also a thing you can do. Rerolling damage is a thing you can do. Regaining power points if we have spells. And potentially influencing the story, which is situational and kind of like GM approved. It's sort of like how you would use the fate.
The fate die.
Fate. What were those called?
Fate points?
Fate points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call them. Okay. But yeah, that's so you'll start with 3 bennies. You can get rewarded bennies for appropriate uses of your hindrances, interesting character choices, things that I like.
Nice.
And that's
I can't wait to
pretty
get
much it.
bennies.
Yeah, Travis will receive no bennies. I'm calling it now. There are a lot of detailed rules that we'll get into with combat and ranged weapons versus melee weapons and all that stuff if and when we get there. But I say for now, everybody ready to dive in?
Yes. Yes.
Dive in.
Use this time now to kind of think about who your character is. Get some physicality descriptors. Be ready to explain who your character is when they are presented. Does anybody want to take a break quick before we dive in?
Yeah, I need time to think of my name.
Probably a good idea.
And I
Name's a good idea. All right. So characters are rolled up. I think we're ready to go. Let's get into it. Welcome to RERole. The low humming of the transport pod fades to nothing as you're lost in thought about what tonight could finally mean. You tried to do things the right way. You worked tirelessly to get Renzo in front of the percipients, and when you finally did, nothing. A light fine and a slap on the wrist. The neon lights of the entertainment district reflect off your face through the window of the pod. Is it early? Late? You've lost track of time, and the skies above Dalkar are always dark these days. Your partner deserved more. You deserve more. And you knew you couldn't get it done, well, with the wards. Now, after months, you finally have a chance to make things right. The inside of the pod is flooded with light as it passes through a large projection of a dancer. Then it lurches downward, the navigation screen indicating that you have begun your descent into the well. Filled to the brim with casinos and nightclubs built off the walls and along the floor of a massive crater. The well is home to the underbelly of not just Dalkar, but all of Karuma. People come from all over to toss in some coin and try to have their wishes granted. In a way, you're no exception. You are chasing a dream, but you haven't brought coin to the well tonight. The metal you bring is much less precious, and you're not here to rack up debt. You're here to collect. The pod slows and comes to a halt. It lowers and opens, allowing you to exit at the established meeting spot, an old hideout raided less than a week ago. It pays to still have contacts in the wards. Who do we see stepping out of the transport pod and onto the dirty streets of the well? Skylar.
The name's William Hendricks, but they call me Southpaw. And that's because my left hand, I lost it in an incident, and now it's cybernetic, cyber something. Cyber, it's cyberpunk. Yeah.
Good start. Good start.
All right.
All right.
6'5". This is the facial hair I have, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. William Southpaw Hendricks. You duck into the alley and find the door your contact mentioned. As much as you would prefer it, this job can't be done alone. It's dark inside and eerily silent. This building was a front for the gang that got busted. Ironically, themed like an old speakeasy. As you make your way down the hallway, it opens up into a small, dimly lit room. The illumination orb set to mimic the flickering of old incandescent bulbs. The floorboards creak under your foot. You see a large wooden bar at one end of the space, booths along the walls, and a few tables all with chairs flipped over on top of them, except one. The chairs at one of the tables have been taken down, its surface cleaned. There's a figure sitting at that table. Who do we see, Colby?
When Southpaw walks in, that figure at the table stands abruptly, walks over towards you. You see a young man. He's about 20, give or take a few years. It's hard to tell. He's wearing a ball cap, indistinct. It's black. A black, kind of big, puffy jacket. Clean shaven. The part of the hair that you can see is like shaved very close to the scalp. You don't know what the top of his head looks like. Looks like an upkept guy. Puts his hand out. You must be Southpaw. Nice to meet you. My name's Sage Connors. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah,
Now,
what kind of things?
This is all totally still valid. This is your contact in the ward, so you guys have a previous relationship. It could have totally been remote. This may be the first time you're meeting in person, so everything
nice to meet you in person.
can stay as it is.
Yeah. And I'll put my hand out to shake.
Nice to meet you, son.
He'll take your hand, and you notice Sage squeezes a little bit. He does the thing where he like squeezes and almost turns the palm down, yours down a little bit, or your palm up, mine's on top, like a little arrogant power to
show of power.
Play. Yeah, you can tell Sage is. I mean, he's average height, probably like 5'9", 5'10", but he's built. He's not like jacked, but you can tell he works out. You can feel it in the grip.
Southpaw returns this, turns his hand over, because he has that old man grizzled strength.
Yeah.
And then he lets go.
All right.
Let's do, just for the fun of it, let's do a contested, I'm going to say that this is just a straight up contested strength roll.
Oh no, this is not good for me. Okay. All right.
Oh, important note. This is the first time we can apply it, and something I forgot to mention.
You're
in character creation.
screwed! Sorry, yep.
Wild cards, so you guys and major prominent NPCs always get to roll a wild die. So in addition to the die that you're rolling for your attribute, you will also roll a d6. You're going to take whichever one's higher. You can critically fail in this game, and to critically fail, you roll a 1 on both.
Okay.
When do I roll the 6?
Remember, you have
Right now.
exploding die, and exploding
single
die
time.
also apply on the wild die.
Every single time you roll, Skylar.
Every time? It's a wild die? Okay.
Not damage, but
Yeah, not
Yeah.
damage.
Okay. All right, and you add them? Or you pick the
No,
high?
you
Pick
take the
the higher.
take the
highest.
higher.
I rolled
Okay.
an exploding
Yes.
die on my D4. Okay. 6 total for me.
3. I rolled a 3 on
Yes.
D4 because you
All right.
don't add the 2.
So when you try to like return this and turn my hand over, you just my grip tightens just a bit. You see this tiny little smirk pop up, and then he doesn't let you win, but he lets you bring it back to neutral, and then he lets go.
And then I just go,
Okay. The old veteran. You've heard a lot about Southpaw, but there was always a part of you that thought, can't be that great. You know, he's probably washed up. And there's a part of you that feels like you have now leveled the playing field a little bit. It may be all invented in your head. Maybe it did get to him. You don't know. Now, stepping out from a room behind the bar, carrying an old dusty bottle of booze left behind in the raid, who do we see, Travis?
You see a taller, skinny man. He's just under 6 foot. He has this shit-eating grin on his face, this dark hair that's slicked back and kind of poofed up in the front. Gives some volume to it. He's actively smoking, and he's wearing this nicer looking leather jacket. Underneath it is this like a business shirt, something you'd see under a suit. Probably couldn't afford the whole thing.
And just to clarify, so there's no more confusion about why you're here, you guys all know these people are showing up. Nobody's a surprise. But yeah, this is your first time meeting a lot of them in person. You're all there for specific reasons. But yeah, nobody's gonna walk out and you're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?" and just fucking unload.
Wherever I was.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just some dark slacks underneath, some shined shoes. Facial hair is some rather strong sideburns that are also kind of slicked down, that kind of jut out, just emphasizing the chin a little bit and come to a point right before it gets to the actual chin itself, which is a little pointy. Same with the nose and kind of all the external features of this man. As he swings his arms out with the booze and tray, and just, "Hey, gentlemen, you finally made it." So saunters over and tosses the tray down, the glasses falling and rolling as he taps the bottle down. "They call me Lucky Vic Parm. And I believe you two are, Southpaw, I know you. And, Connors, yes?"
That's right.
Well, I love doing business, as he pops 2 of these shot glasses in front of you and pours this dark alcohol, spilling it a little bit on Connors. No. I believe we're one short, aren't we? You said there'd be another. Should I put my hands up now? Are they behind me?
You look up.
No, this is not your job. Not your job. But I will say, you shoot over a glance. A shadowed figure seems to have apparated in the doorway. Who do we see?
You see a taller individual, well built, not too bulky, but more lean, standing in the doorway with his now becoming notorious helmet that is made of like hard carbon, almost kind of like an Iron Man mask, where it's got like this front part that can slide up and down, but it's firmly locked into place. And across his eyes, there's some like vague lights you can kind of see going on, almost behind a screen. His clothes are of like various colors, all darker shades to kind of blend in. But one thing that he does have is this long cloak that goes down to his ankles. That as it billows in the light breeze of the doorway, light seems to reflect off of it in ways that almost make it seem to blend in with the environment around.
That's cool.
You guys are familiar with this figure. He is somewhat of a phantom in the well, a vigilante who has been wreaking havoc on local gangs. He has come to be known as the Sneaky Bastard.
I don't even turn around and I say, "You need to clean up your game, bastard. I heard you from 10 feet away before you entered the door."
No need to be rude, Mr. Southpaw. You should say Mr. Bastard. Now, come join us, as I'll tap down one more shot glass.
Yeah. I'll walk over, and when I speak, my voice kind of comes robotic, as if it's coming through like a filter that's speaking through the mask. And I'll say, "Thanks, Lucky. And Southpaw, you might have heard me, but I could smell you from 2 blocks away when I was on the way here."
Always gives
least-
me away.
At least you have good taste in your whiskey.
Yeah, better than this garbage.
So you guys have all gathered here. Your point of this mission is that Renzo Tarnak, the local gang leader of the TAK gang, has finally... He's been off-world for a while. So you've been tracking and kind of doing some planning, messaging each other and getting a feel for how you wanted to approach this. But this is your first time that you have met, and you've kind of triangulated his position. You know he will be at his nightclub tonight, The Keep. Now, you've kind of thought about it, and you have a list of objectives that you want to accomplish. I will let whoever wants to bring these things up as we go, but just to make sure we're not stuck in a planning phase for several hours, I'll give you some direction. Your goals are to get in without getting all your shit confiscated, take out his goons, gather enough evidence to prove that he is guilty, or of something at least, isolate him, and make a display, an example. This is not just about Renzo. This is not just about revenge. It's about sending a message to anyone else doing business like this in Dalkar. And then, getting back out is optional, as far as some of you are concerned.
And what's the
Definitely
guy's
not for
name
me.
again?
Yeah. Renzo Tarnak.
Okay, so get in with our shit, kill the goons, get enough evidence to prove something, isolate him, make an example of him.
I said take out the goons. You need to get... make him poop his pants, yeah. Take out the goons is up for interpretation. You need to get them out of the way because
Himself in front of the whole school.
they will protect you.
Okay. Did you have a way that you wanted us to bring this in, or can we roleplay it? Okay.
Feel free.
We can roleplay it.
All right, listen, guys. I'm putting my neck on the line doing this. So we're going to follow these rules, and we're going to follow them strictly. I pull out this little gadget from this world. This almost not like a hologram, but it's almost like a tablet that's transparent enough that you can see on there these plans that we've laid out. And I start going through it. We're getting in clean. We're going to take out the trash. We're going to gather evidence the right way. We're going to isolate Renzo. We're going to make a display. We're going to send a message. Not like you do, sneaky bastard. We got to make this public. We got to do it right. There's right ways to do this stuff. And then, well, I'm going to get out.
That's all fine and dandy, but I have a reputation to uphold. Now, Mr. Tarnak isn't the worst man around, but I know you all have your differences with him. And I'll swirl my cigarette in the air a little bit. No, the keep. Oh, the keep. The loveliest dancers. Including an old flame of mine. Lovely girl. Low Lucetta. Oh, I miss her greatly. But she had higher aspirations, dreams. Said I was a no-good two-timing rat. All because I slept with one or two more women when I was dating her.
That's great. I don't
It's a
care.
grand mistake.
How can we use that?
Well, because she knows people. Sometimes I snuck around the back to meet her. So I know the back of this place. Now, that's often where the ladies go to take a break. And sometimes I bump into security now and then. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Miss Cheddar's a bit of a talker. And I might not be fully welcome at the keep. But if I just sneak in through the front, they might not know. But you boys might be able to sneak in that back. Just saying. It's an option.
Connors, you know where the cameras are in this place?
This place we're in right now?
Oh, you rookie. The place we're going to.
I mean, I got as much intel as I could, but I can't do it alone. That's why you guys are
Asher, what about you? You been sneaking around there?
Getting in won't be a problem for me.
Hey, look.
Maybe once I'm in, I can unlock a few doors.
Look, we've been talking, and we all got our reasons for doing this. Some of them are pretty obvious, but Southpaw, you never really told me why you're doing this. What's your deal? Are you gonna be a liability, or are you gonna pull your weight?
You don't have to worry about me. Your plan sounds all fine and dandy, but what happens when the first thing goes wrong? What happens to your reputation? I don't have to worry about mine anymore.
Yeah, so we got to do this clean. That's why it's important that you're locked in.
Again,
all right, all of
you
you.
don't have to worry.
I got my whole career ahead of me.
Oh, I have my whole career ahead of me too.
Yeah,
I'm still young.
right.
I'm technically unemployed.
Fine. Look, after this is done, we never work together, all right?
Never say never.
I'm gonna look around and see everyone kind of staring at us, especially the guy wearing a vigilante suit. I'm gonna say, you gonna tell them that too?
What?
Everyone? In this empty room?
Oh, I thought we were like in the middle of this bar.
No. It's all the tables are turned up. We're the only ones here.
Yeah.
Oh
You
God,
never
he's
know
crazy.
who's watching.
He's seeing people leave.
There's eyes everywhere.
I kind of like that as a character
Yeah.
trait. The sneaky bastard
Yeah.
is
I am
scares
suspicious.
people and
I am
sees
paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is one of my hindrances.
you'll say that, and I'll this quick moment where you see this vulnerability come through. Sage, it's like, yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe we should get moving. We've been here long enough.
Okay.
Sage, you staked this place out. This place was recently raided. You were the connection at the wards that knew this place would be a safe place for this. So you guys have recently cleaned this place up.
Okay.
There's no need. There's not enough time for squatters to have moved in.
Okay.
You are safe here,
Okay.
but
I'll
that
verbalize.
may not stop your paranoia.
Right. Yeah, we're good here. I've been keeping an eye on this place for weeks. But you make a good point. The longer we wait, the longer things go wrong. We planned out a lot.
Vic will stand and kind of swish the cigarette through the air again and pick up the cheap whiskey bottle and walk behind Southpaw and refill his shot. Well, the night's still young, and they say the party really kicks up at the keep, and oh, an old fake gold watch will kind of appear from under Vic's shirt. Oh, wrist, shirt, sleeve. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Go, oh, an hour 15? That's when the party starts and the crowds start getting a little big. The bumping begins. Now, it takes, half hour to get there. 20 illegally. So we got some time to discuss, some time to figure some things out. And let's talk with, first and foremost, let's talk some connections here. Southpaw. I know you're a big, important guy. Or you were. I'm assuming if you're here, you lost someone important here. I'm guessing Mr. Tarnax and somehow related. You were never one to get stirred. For, well, trivial things, they'll say.
He's just silent.
Well, if I was a hammer, I'd call that a nail. My good work associate, Mr. Baston.
I prefer to go by my most recent alias that I've come up with myself, Phantom 9.
All right. In that
Above
case-
table, I didn't come up with sneaky bastard. I don't think that made the cut. That was a don't let Dylan try to claim that he came up with something cooler. Now, sneaky bastard was your idea.
No, I'm role playing it as everyone calls me Sneaky Bastard, but I don't like the name, so I'm trying to convince people to stop calling me Sneaky Bastard.
Okay. I love
But
it.
I'm definitely still Sneaky Bastard.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. Continue.
What was that? Phantom 9?
Yeah, Phantom 9.
All right then, Mr. 9.
If you had to
I'm sure
choose
that'll
one
go-
of them, I prefer you chose Phantom.
All right. Well, I don't think Phantom 6 worked either. The Ghostman wasn't that great. And don't even get me started on the tire track. But maybe this one will catch. Phantom 9, more of a ring. You always like to clean up gangs, and you always appreciate my input on them. Well, sure, we've gotten into a bit of spats before. I may have told one hitman your location, but I'm glad you didn't hold grudges. But what brings you here to this fairy table? Why are you so interested in Mr. Renzo?
He's gonna look at each of you, and again, you can't see his eyes or facial expressions, but he's looking at each of you to try and see what he's trying to get a read, because he doesn't know if you know why he's there or not, and that would puzzle him.
Yeah, Vic will just kind of give you a shit-eating grin looking at you as he refills your whiskey glass.
Yes.
But perhaps now is not the time to pry. I'll do it later. And that leaves little old Sage.
What do you want?
Is this your big break?
Look, first off, Travis, did you say he goes by Lucky, or was that something else?
Lucky Vic Parm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lucky Vic Parm.
All right.
You're not sure if Lucky is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe go on. Yeah.
Look, I'm not calling you Lucky, Vic.
Oh, but I'm so lucky to meet you.
Right. The only reason I'm working with you is because you can help me get this done. Look, this is good that I come out and put this all out there. You guys know me. I work for the ward. It's my first year. There's a right way to do things. There's a wrong way to do things. There's a slow way to do things. And there's a fast way to do things.
That's 4 things.
That's four things. I'm trying to be right and fast. The ward, they take forever. This guy, he's terrorizing this city. I'm tired of it. So I'm willing to overlook the types of things you do, Vic, to work with this, okay? But don't push your limits. I'm serious.
Oh,
Hey,
I feel like you're coming after me here.
I'm not coming after you just as much as I'm coming after the rest of you guys, all right? We got to do this right.
And I'm going to be looking over all the objectives again. So if we're going to the keep, we need to keep our eyes peeled for some of the high profiles of the Renzo gang. If we run into the wrong people, it could be an issue, so we need to plan for that.
Right, you got, I guess, would I have intel on those names? Will?
You guys, I sent you all information, which is all the background information that you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So make sure you're all
Would
reading
I-
the background information.
Okay.
I've had a
Would
few
there be
run-ins
photos?
with some of them.
What'd you
Say that
say?
again, Skylar?
I was asking if there would be photos of these bigger and higher profile.
Couldn't afford a cell phone.
Wow. What kind of pictures you looking for? Incriminating? Tabloid?
These. And I lay out 3 photos.
Nice.
Because I do have a camera.
No.
You do have a camera. You do
Um,
not have 3 photos.
yeah,
of
Okay,
the
see,
major
that's why I
players.
asked.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be in your
Just like
backstory
photos
if you
of the
had
landscape.
connections with them.
Yeah, no.
Photos of the city.
I can just describe them if you'd like. I think
You
Do
do
it.
it in character. I think
Yeah,
you
do it.
launch
Yeah.
into it. You are the
All
one
right.
that has the connection with them.
I've had a few, we'll call them interactions with some of the major players of this gang. They're still out there, so take that as you will with the outcome of our interactions. But there are the twins. They look the same, and they're equally dangerous. You'll know them when you see them. Nobody knows their true names. That's just what they go by. Always seen together. There's the muscle. Just 2 lumbering guys.
Sorry, that's
No
the same
hair.
thing. Same person. The twins are the muscle.
Nice.
The
It
twins
may
are
have not shifted over in the list format. that it
Okay,
was
I
supposed
think I
to.
got 3. So there's the
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. The twins, they're the muscle. They have no hair, barely any brain cells. Very dumb, but very dangerous. You do not want to get in a melee combat with these people. Trust me.
Okay.
There's
I
also
love a top-
good old Echo. Sadistic, bloodthirsty, insane. Renzo's attack dog. She's the one that's sent out to do his dirty work. Anything that needs to be done discreetly, anyone that needs to be taken care of, anytime someone needs to be sent to spy, a trusted person. And lastly, the last person I could see us running into is Gan Talus. He basically runs the drug empire. I'm sure you guys know of the powerful narcotic floating around the streets called glass these days.
Ooh, glass. That's some higher end stuff.
Yeah. Well, him and his boys are the ones moving it right now in large quantities. And, him and Renzo have some sort of relationship going on.
Do that. Yeah, that's good intel. I'll have to talk with some of the fellas. Well, they never tell me where they're sending it.
You see, Sage is like writing down notes on a little paper notepad. Kind of very starkly different than the tech he had. I gotta admit, that is good stuff, sneaky bastard. Thanks.
You see, like,
Before
his
we
head
move
moves
on.
to correct you, then he just accepts.
Well,
might
he's
have
been more
someone-
hands-on than I prefer how to get my information, but it is effective.
If you can get me in that keep, I may have someone on our side on the inside.
Yeah, that would be really important to know. What's their name?
That's need to know.
Yeah, and I need to know.
No, you
So-
don't.
All right, Sage, close your ears. Now tell me.
We need to get in first. If I can scout the
Understandable.
building, I might be able to get in from the second floor window and see if I can unlock a door, or at least get our shit in that way, and then walk through the front door.
Now, I've been to the keep once or twice. I can usually schmooze my way in through the front door, but I might have to make a quick pit stop.
Okay.
Okay. What could possibly be that important?
Well, they always pat you down at the front door.
Okay.
And the door guys are rather big fans of slip. So I have an acquaintance of mine who happens to peddle this stuff. They pat me down at the entrance. They find a baggie. I give them a wink. I'm in. Though that won't work for Mr. Bastard over here. Oh, sorry, Mr. 9. You see, he has some heavier weaponry than my shirt and pants. To get, I'm assuming you all have something heavy on you if you're moving in to do something like this.
Absolutely. So you're saying you have a way in? Sneaky
For
bastard?
myself,
Sneaky bastard, you think you can get in? Second level?
There's a window. I can reach it.
Right. Southpaw, that leaves us. And then you see, Sage takes a deep breath, picks up this like little shot glass. What the shit is this stuff? Where the hell did you get that?
it was in the back.
Oh,
Looters didn't even bother taking it.
ugh.
Put some hair on your chest. You don't see the other two complaining. That'll fill up your shot glass.
I pick up your shot glass and I take the rest.
Ugh. Ugh. Well, anyway, Southpaw, that leaves us. We got to figure out a way in.
I prefer the back door.
Back door. All right.
Let's go scout the place out.
Yeah,
We
good
need to
call.
see it first.
Good
Before
call.
we can come up with a plan on getting in.
Before we
Now, be
Go
aware,
into the
the
back
second
door.
floor is typically VIP area.
I'll blend right in
I don't
If
know
you
about
say.
with the
All right.
shadows.
that. Okay.
Vic will stand up and start walking towards the door and flip out this little metallic box, and he'll push up one little lever on it, and all of a sudden just this screen will appear, just holographic screen, and multiple little like sidebars and scrolls will come up. Let's see. They hate me, they hate me, they hate me, they hate me. They hate me. Hey, this cab service will do. I'll go ahead and I'll call us. I'll go ahead and I'll call us a cab. You boys prepare.
All right.
They should be here in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? 10. 10 minutes. Keep that in mind. I'll be right back. As Farm raises his hand and waves. Probably off to go speak with a small contact and slip him a few notes.
I'll walk over to the sneaky bastard. Hey. I just want to say, I don't think you're necessarily going about it in the right ways, but I admire what you're doing. You're trying to clean up the city, and that's what I'm trying to do too. And I can respect that. But the same thing that I said to Vic over there. If you're blatantly breaking the law in front of me, heinously, I'm gonna have to step in and do something about that.
You'd have to catch me first. And then with that, I'm gonna flip my cape over and kind of like roll out of the seat and try to get into the nearest shadow as fast as possible.
I had no idea you had a cape on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just hear me. Oh.
And then you hear a as my grappling gun extends to the far wall. And...
yeah, dude. It's like
roll a
See
stealth
you,
check.
bastard.
Yeah, you're gonna add a -4 to this because you're trying to literally disappear right in front of them, staring.
So
like,
stealth is a
blatantly at you.
D10. So I take a D10.
You got to beat a 4 minus
in my
4.
wild card, and I take the higher of the two,
Correct.
and I have a -4.
Yeah.
Do I add anything else?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, then I rolled a 6, so then I get a 2.
Yeah. So I mean, you would have, if this were actually in an alley, done a pretty good job. But in this, like, dimly lit room, we'll say, but directly in front of them across the small table, you try to roll out into the shadows. It's cool, but they see the whole thing.
Okay. That's
Sage
That's
will
a-
like he'll turn and be like, that was pretty good.
Damn it.
Yeah. And then I'll
Alright.
walk over to.
Ah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna walk over to Sage in private as we're
Yeah.
waiting for the cab.
Well, it's okay.
You guys are in private right now
yeah, we
because
are.
Phantom
Yeah.
9 is across the room
Yeah.
in the shadows. lurking.
Those bastards hiding, and then he's talking to a contact. Just
That's
me and
true.
you.
Okay, yeah. Listen, kid. I know I come off as this grumpy old man, but I was once in your shoes. I remember my first year in the wards, and everyone's heard. I know you've heard of it because you're part of the wards. What happened to my partner? Do we know what? Is there a timeline on that?
Do you?
What happened? Okay.
You've been rogue for several months now.
Yeah.
So you had time to like process it, try to go about things the right way. You actually caught Renzo on some minor things to get him, like you worked tirelessly to get him in front of the Percipients, which is like this kind of like AI judge. And somehow he still got off with a slap on the wrist. So then you went rogue for several months.
Okay.
you
So
timeline
I
for when that happens.
could have been in the wards when my partner died. We were in the wards together. Okay.
Up to you.
That's like a viable. Okay.
Yeah.
You heard about Peterson, I'm sure. We did everything together. And it was Renzo's guy we were busting when it happened. Came back the next week. And I just kind of,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is, if I'm in line of sight of Renzo, there's nothing anyone can do. I will break the law. And you will have to turn your eye.
Listen, I get it. Your partner died. But things, even in these last few months, have changed in the wards since you've been gone. It's gotten a little bit stricter, a little bit more uptight. Obviously, me being here means I'm willing to push it a little bit. But look, man, you're a legend. I'm sorry what happened to Peterson. But think about the good we could do for the city if we take him in. If you kill him, somebody's just going to take his place. Right away. It's just going to invigorate them. You can't act that rashly.
We'll see who gets to him first.
Look, man, you've been through it, but you can't keep drinking like that. It's going to tear you apart. Happened to my folks. That's it. Never mind. Just let's hope it doesn't come to that, because let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Doesn't say anything.
Oh, hey, and I'm not a kid. I know I'm young compared to you, but I'm not a kid.
I raise up my hat. You're a kid.
Oh, tension here. So they can cut it with a knife.
I was gonna say I lift my hat with my left hand, which is like this cybertronic. What's the word? A cyber hand.
Cybernetic,
I think
right?
cybernetically
Cybernetic.
augmented.
Cybernetically
Yeah, cybernetic
augmented hand.
Yeah.
That
That's pretty cool.
everyone obviously knows me about because that's where my name comes from.
Right.
And I walk away with my staff.
It just leaves me in the center.
I didn't even announce that there are cabs here and waiting.
Ah.
And as good old Southpaw approaches me, I'll kind of like slide in and just be like, "Oh, still have some phantom pain, Henrix?" And I'll reveal this small, chalky pill. Struck a deal. I know you've gotten some trouble with taking Crush before. Didn't know if this was a good way to break the ice. As I reveal to you, Crush, an illicit drug.
I'll stick to the whiskey, Lucky.
All right. I'll find a way to use it. So, put it in my pocket. Well, on our way out. Hey, Connors, are you cool?
What do you mean, am I cool?
He's not cool. All right,
That's a
come
no.
on, Mr. Nine, let's go.
That's a no for sure.
I'm gonna say when you guys step out to the cab, I'm not there, but across the street on top of the building, you see a silhouette with a cape billowing in the shadows. And then it just takes off towards the keep.
I just shake my head.
All right, everybody climbs into the transport pods, the cabs. I want to say Benny's all around. You guys really found your characters there. That was very fun to watch.
Nice.
So everybody gets a Benny. A fun introductory scene. All right, you guys get into your transport pods. We start making our way down towards the keep. And if there's nothing that you want to discuss on the way, then you arrive. The entrance to the keep... Wait. This should be done in the same tone. The entrance to the keep is tucked between two towering casinos. It feels like stepping through a portal to another world, as their bright, alluring entrances start to fade behind you, replaced by the low light of glowing neon murals depicting abstractions of dancing, violence. Hard to tell. You feel the music in your chest as you approach even before you hear it. The alley is swarming with rough-looking characters. Most of them are made as much out of black market mods as flesh. As the four of you enter the alley, the number of sober souls bumps up to 4. Maybe 3. 2? A hulking bald figure turns towards you after giving an awfully long handshake to a nervous-looking thin man, and smiles, his modded eye glowing red and reflecting off his metallic lower jaw. You're approaching the entrance of the keep. The keep itself is on the lowest floor of a large skyscraper. Now, Lucky, you've been here before. You know that the keep is a 3-tier structure, though you enter on the 2nd tier. That is the level of luxury people in Renzo's pocket. If you were to go to the 3rd floor, or the 2nd floor from ground level, the 3rd tier, that's where Renzo's men and his dealings take place. A fair warning to anybody trying to grapple their way in.
The VIP areas.
Okay.
How would you
What's
like
on
to
the-
approach?
What's on the first tier?
Well, it's the dance floor, but there's only really one way to find out. That's by
Alright.
going in, baby.
All right. That lovely gentleman over there is going to be my way in. But he pats you down. Anything
Right.
you don't want, you're going to have to sneak in.
Hey,
I might be able to sneak all of our things in and meet you on the inside somewhere.
that's a good call. That's what I was going to
I
suggest.
gotta figure out how to sneak in though. Is there? It sounds like third level might be off the possibilities here. I don't want to walk into a situation I can't get out of. But maybe on the ground level there's a locked door I can get in.
That's a good idea.
Well,
Why don't you stake it out?
Any objections or better ideas before I go?
Well, can't really walk in the front packing. And I'm going to look at Southpaw. You carrying?
No, not since the incident.
Huh. That's surprising.
well, if you don't have anything on you, you can probably just walk your way in. You might have to wait a bit. Unless you have a persuasive voice.
I just don't want to be seen by the wrong people. I don't know who knows my face. And he pulls his hat down a little lower.
Well, I know your face. And it's a fine one, sir. Most people will probably think you shouldn't be at a place like this. But it does look a little rough around the edges. I'm thinking you might be able to sneak in. Well, walking.
Worth a shot.
What about me?
Your best bet, if you plan on doing rough work, will you try? Well, my thought is you can probably get a deposit up there, but
I
You
can
don't think,
sneak your weapons in.
Well, you think I can walk in? And you see those videos of undercover cops.
Yeah.
They're like so obviously cops.
Yeah.
That's what I look like right now.
What's up, fellow criminals?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not a cop.
from a
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
glance, absolutely not.
I'll turn to Sneaky Bastard. Maybe I should go with you. Think you can get me in with you?
It's possible. I don't love the idea, but we can
No.
at least
I
entertain
won't slow
it.
you.
I have a suggestion.
What's that?
It all depends on, well, Miss Cheddar's mood.
Who?
My lovely Miss Cheddar, she might be furious at me, but if I can sweet talk her,
Is this one of your mistresses?
whoa, this was the day.
Ah,
The mistresses were the other ones.
okay.
I could sweet talk her, have her step out for her break. Now, the guards tend to listen to the ladies, especially the dancers. They bring in a lot of moolah, and Cheddar is certainly an expert at that. So, they tend to listen to him. She points out something suspicious. They often go and investigate. I convince her to point one the other way. Well, that might be an opening to head in through the employees only door,
Okay.
if the guards are even out there at all.
I like that plan.
You feel good about it?
Yeah.
It could work.
We'll be at the door. If your
I can do
plan
that.
fails, we'll still sneak in somehow.
Yeah.
All
let's do
right.
it.
Well,
Hey, remember, if you get caught, we don't know each other.
All right, and then I'm gonna stick an arm under Sage and shoot the grappling hook. Oh shit! Go towards the employee back entrance, I guess.
You see a guy kind of stumbling around, clearly like totally not in his right mind, and he sees you guys just like zip by.
Yeah.
Just keeps walking.
I turn to Lucky, kind of tip my hat, and I walk to the front door first, the front entrance. With my cane.
well, good sir. I'm just saying, in case things go south, you could use a little. And I'll pull out the crush once again. Motivator for the gods.
Without a word, he just takes it and puts it in his pocket. I'll find my way around when I get inside.
All right. Don't let me slow you down.
All right,
Okay.
Southpaw, there is a bit of a line right now, and the bouncers are slowly letting people in, or not letting people in. So you join the line. I assume, Lucky, you're gonna try to bypass the line.
I'll kind of like shimmy up and just being like, so what's the wait, sir?
Yeah, one of the guards turns to you and says, "Hey, well, look at the fucking. Hey, Lucky,
How's it going?
how you doing?"
Not too bad. I'm just saying, you know. Oh, I flick my cigarette. Can't bring that in. Just saying, I'm looking for a little entertainment tonight.
I ain't seen you around here in a while.
Well, lost some reason to come by.
Yeah, I heard. Lolu and you ain't on good terms anymore, are you?
Listen, you know how ladies can be. But, I'm always the type of guy to try to make amends.
Well, look, I might be in a lot of trouble if I let you in here. You better make it worth my while, right?
Well, I mean, I'm always ready for a little of a pat down. Especially if you're looking to pat down my front right jacket pocket inside. The second one.
Kind of like goes through the motions of patting down the rest of you and then just reaches in your pocket, pulls out a small baggie and palms it. All right. Don't tell her I did it.
All right. Always good, sir.
Yeah.
And good old Southpaw will just watch as Vic just slides right in past the line.
So we will fast forward a little bit until Southpaw makes his way up there. Are you going to wait for him at the door, or are you just going to go do your own thing?
I'll be nearby.
Okay. So we'll just say...
I'm gonna, talk around.
Yeah. For expediency's sake, Southpaw, you make your way up to the front of the line. And he sees you approach, an older man with his hat low, walking with a cane and a limp.
Yeah.
What can I help you with, good sir?
I'd like to give this establishment some money. I hear you have some gambling tables.
Kind of looks at you. You don't look like you could afford the gambling tables at this place. But you smell like you got money for what we're selling. I'm gonna have you roll a persuasion.
Okay. And again, so this is whatever dice it is plus another 6.
This is
And whatever is higher.
You're not
Okay,
adding
well-
the d6. It's whichever the
Whatever's
two's
higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 on the first one.
Ooh,
So
Is
On
it a
your-
D6?
on your d6.
on my D6.
So then
I,
you
I
keep
have my
rolling.
persuasion is a D6.
yeah. So
Yeah,
then
so you
that's
keep
a
rolling. If you roll the
exploding
max
roll.
on a die, it's an exploding die. You keep
Yep.
rolling.
And you add those together.
Holy shit, the die actually exploded.
All right.
First one to make that joke.
That one- So then I did get another. This is my. I
Yeah,
guess-
Add this to that
Yep.
6.
Oh, that was a 2.
So then 8.
8. That's
So
good.
that's a success with a raise.
Yeah.
I will
Nice.
say, in this case,
Nice.
he kind of looks you up and down, doesn't see you as a threat. And he's like, all right, arms out. He starts to pat you down to let you in. And he feels something in your pocket and he finds the crush. And he kind of looks at you, cocks his head, having just gotten his fill for the night and a new appreciation for you. He just slips it back down in your pocket and says, all right, you have yourself a night. So you get to
Yeah.
keep your drugs and you get access.
Nice. That's awesome.
Sweet. I just tip my hat and continue on.
All right,
Oh,
so you make your way into the establishment. So we will now get our first glance on the inside.
Yeah.
The club opens up into one enormous multi-tiered chamber. You are starting on the second tier, at the top of the stairwell, flanked on either side by bouncers guarding the entrance to private booths and tables all along the outside of the room, reserved for high rollers and important figures in Renzo's pockets. The middle of this tier is open, looking down over the lowest tier, the bar and dance floor. It is packed with bodies, shifting like grass in the wind. The crowd is only broken up by gravity wells with professional dancers suspended in them moving slowly and rhythmically. Small drones circle the dancers and project large holograms of them into the open space at the level of the second tier opening, sort of directly out in front of you where you stand. The bar is enormous, spanning the middle third of the far wall, the bottom tier. The glowing tubes of halants on tap weave their way up the wall behind it, giving off some of the only light in the room. The only other sources are the wall of shifting lights on either side of the bar that is a representation of the bot that is constantly receiving info from the averages of the biometrics of the dancers and calculating the perfect rhythm and music in real time to keep the party going. Looking up, you see the third tier, where Renzo and his gang hang out. It has the same opening in the floor, looking down over everything. And through that gap, looking up, you expect to see the ceiling, but instead, you see stars, the moon, the night sky, a live projection from cameras on the very top of the skyscraper that this club is on the ground floor of, are projecting the image of the night sky onto the ceiling. You made it into the keep. What would you like to do first?
So Southpaw is going to be searching for his contact.
Okay,
We assume
so
he's
you
in-
start to take your first steps down the floor. You're not going to be able to get in the private rooms, and likely your contact wouldn't be there. You start to make your way down, and immediately at the bottom of the steps, you run back into Lucky.
Well, you see, Lucky you see swirls a girl who kind of giggles and hops past. All right, goodbye. I'll miss you, dear. Oh, look who made it in. Southpaw. So, who are we looking for?
It's none of your business.
Just to
Oh,
make
okay.
sure that we don't keep everybody else waiting for too long, you should probably try to get your contact to get the rest of the group in first. So we don't,
Yeah.
let's not do Skylar.
All
Okay.
right, none of my business? All right. I'll keep an eye out for Mr. None of My Business. Heard that one before.
But
Huh?
oh, go ahead. So
I was just going to say, I've talked with some of the gals around here. Well, we have... and Lucky will glance over and see one of the projected girls just kind of like swinging and finishing up a set. Ah, there she is. Now, we'll need to make it to the dance floor. One of the girls says her set's just about finished, and there's a brief window where I might catch her attention. That is my lovely Miss Chet. Well, that's the plan. Think you can groove your way through the dance floor?
Does it look like I dance?
You're gonna have to learn.
I'll rock around the outside.
That'll take too long, my friend. Sometimes you just gotta shake and jive. Oh, come on, come on. Stairs this way. We have fellas waiting outside. And down we'll go.
All right, so you guys make your way into the dance floor. I'll let you decide how you're going to carve through there, either along the outside or through the middle. You'll notice some of the, like a lot of the dancers, there are a lot of augments in here. So some of the common ones that are like illegal is like this spinal augment that runs up and down the spine and reinforces it. You'll see kind of like almost open wounds or scars in between the branching out portions of that spinal augment, as that is a common place for some of the drugs, namely glass, to be inserted, which is just like it screws in, and like the point of that is to align it. So you click into your spinal augment and it goes right into the CSF, like directly into where it's processed. And you'll also see this halents, which are the imbibement of choice in this place. It's not an alcohol bar, and they give you like this kind of weird looking inhaler, crack the back of it, and then you bite down on this little glass tube in the middle, and it breaks out this glass, and you just inhale sharply. You inhale that gas, and it's like glowing, almost neon, and they're different colors. As a result, people that are hooked on halents are often called gappers, because they have done this process so much that they develop wearing on their teeth from where they break the glass. So they have like, when they smile, they have a little gap between their teeth in the front.
That's really cool.
And you'll also see some like neon tattoos where the tattoo itself is raised and glowing with its own bioluminescence, kind of. And they're often in abstract designs or names or whatever, but it looks like a neon sign is just like embedded into these people's skin. So there's that kind of glow, and it's almost like you're being hypnotized as you're walking across the dance floor. It's just like the halents that have escaped into the air. You're kind of getting this secondhand high, and the energy of the music is like tuned into your biometrics, and there's the light show of people's bodies moving around you, and drones flying overhead. It is immediately intoxicating, but you carve your way through, and you make it to the area. I'm actually going to have you, since this is difficult terrain, I'm going to have you either make you can make a performance check if you want to dance your way across, or you can make, we'll call it, it's definitely not fighting. It would be agility based. Maybe stealth, or I would allow intimidation. Depending on if you can think of any other applicable skill that you'd like to apply to get through this dance floor, feel free. But you have to justify it. You're going to try to make your way over to the area to catch Lolu before she goes on break.
Yeah, I was going to relent and dance my way through.
That's what we all wanted to see. That's what we were.
Baby.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it, Southpaw. So did you take performance? I would imagine not.
No, I did not.
So you're untrained, which means you're going to roll a d4 and subtract 2.
Yep.
And you got to beat a 4.
Come on, you need an exploding
And-
or it's 6.
As you
Roll
kind of
D6
see,
too, also.
Oh yeah.
Vic kind of like shimmy his way in. He kind of like slinks and almost kind of disappears into the crowd as I just kind of start slinking through. It's not the first time I've disappeared into a crowd, so I'm actually stealthing my way through this.
Yeah.
Sure. I will
Southpaw
say,
is just
I believe the untrained modifier applies to your wild die too. So it's a -2 to both, but
You gotta hit that
you do get
6.
to roll a
baby.
d6.
Well, you take whatever's higher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He just made
But
you
it's not- yeah.
too.
The modifier just applies to both. That's right.
oh. So, okay, so on my D4 I rolled a 1, which
Okay.
is a negative
Okay.
1.
That's
But
not-
on my D6 I rolled a 6.
Ooh, okay, so roll your 6.
you get to roll it again,
Oh,
but you
yeah.
already succeeded.
You already succeeded, but keep going because you can succeed.
I get to roll
with-
this 6 again,
Yeah. Yes.
and that's a 1.
Oh, I should have rolled
Okay.
mine.
So not with a raise, but you succeed. All
You got
right.
7? I got 7.
Nice, dude, that's
Hey.
so much.
I also
You
exploded.
can
So
tell
Lucky. Go ahead.
I'm like super uncomfortable, just like really stiff, just like moving my way, just like kind of looking around as I'm dancing.
So Lucky,
Slow.
you're in your element. You're trying to be efficient about this, so you're not really leaning into the dance moves as much. You're
Alright.
just kind of weaving your way through, trying to make it look like you're still part of the groove, but
Hey, good to
your
see
your
you.
goal is progress. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But you carve your way through expertly, and at one point you glance behind, expecting to have lost Southpaw ages ago, and instead you see fucking moving and grooving. Awkwardly at first, but he catches the beat, and the people around him seem to be responding. He clearly is like, he's not matching everybody else's vibe, but he has
He found his own.
drawn in.
Yeah.
People are matching his vibe, so he's sort of
they're kind
changing.
of clearing out of the way, like, whoa, check this old guy out.
Okay, old time.
He's like doing
Yeah,
tricks
so-
with the cane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys both expertly carve your way through this dance floor. Before, Lucky, you catch a glimpse of her face, as the heads part, and you see her really short micro bangs as she turns around. You see the like metallic veins of the mods on the side of her face carving across as she, in the middle of this hectic crowd, locks eyes with you. She rolls her eyes but doesn't move and allows you to approach.
Oh, as beautiful as the day we first met.
Lucky, what the fuck are you doing here?
Hey, listen. I'm here on business.
I told you
course
not
that-
to come back.
Well, I mean, it's quite the place. Come on.
Yeah, I bet. Who'd you bring with you?
This might surprise you. Business contacts.
Yeah, I bet. What'd she look like?
That, as I'll point to the dancing and grooving. Southpaw.
Well, that's not exactly what I was expecting.
Same. Listen. Cheddar, I just need a quick favor of you. These boys, there's a couple more in the back. They're kind of looking to sneak their way in, avoid security, that sort of thing.
Roll a persuasion check. I will say it would be at a disadvantage. I'm going to give the fact that you brought a old man with you instead of a woman. You caught her off guard a little bit with that.
Okay.
So I'm going to say just straight roll. So it would
Straight
be-
roll, okay.
yeah,
Come on,
minus
baby,
2
come
plus
on.
2.
Come on.
It exploded.
Yes.
Ooh! Wow!
All right. That's 10.
Damn. Okay, so that's
good
with a
roll.
Hey,
raise.
we had some good
I
rolls.
guess, to be fair, that would be -2 because she hates my guts. So 8.
Yeah.
Well,
still
I
a good
was
story.
the -2 was canceled out by the fact that that's what I
Oh,
was saying.
very
Normally
nice,
it
very
would be at a -2 because she hates your guts.
Yep.
I was going to give it to you at a flat roll because you had built it
Oh.
up by saying, "Look, I'm not here for a woman. I just need your help." Lucky. Why are you coming around just asking for favors after what you done to me?
Now, I know. Listen, I was gonna respect you, not come here again. I'm a big enough man to accept that I've made a mistake. And I was seduced by those horrible women. And I lost.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it. But this is the last time.
Alright. Just like last time.
Pushing your luck.
Lucky. And she'll turn and walk to the back.
And I'll kind of saunter back. Match your dance moves. Southpaw.
Yeah,
Well,
you noticed that he
well.
could have left and come out of the dance floor a long time ago.
Yeah.
Just that's
You're kind of into it now.
he's just you have to like drag
Remember.
me a little bit back.
Yeah.
I'll say
Like,
that
kinda-
you guys, Southpaw's vibe has influenced enough of the crowd as he marched through that they've picked up on the biometric changes and the beat has changed to adapt to your dance.
That's amazing.
So you've changed the whole dynamic of the dance floor. Okay, as that's happening, we're gonna cut to the back.
Oh, I guess
You guys,
real quick. I'll just slide up. It's like, all right, Mr. Henrik, when you get tired, those restroom signs. Back door's near there. Saunter your way over there when you're ready. And I'll start shimmying my way towards the restrooms and where hopefully I'll meet up with companions.
okay, so we cut our way to the back now. You guys had to go kind of an elaborate route. This place is not easy to access the back of, but luckily you are with one sneaky bastard, and you have access to a grappling gun. So you make short work of getting into position. So you make your way to the back, and you are scoping it out from the top of a nearby lower structure. It's built off of a skyscraper. You're kind of on one of like the little patios that doesn't seem to be in use, though. Inside, in the distance, you can see that there is kind of a higher end party at this level of the casino. But you're sitting out on the patio looking down over the rear entrance. It's pretty heavily guarded, but only one guard outside right now. You've seen a couple coming in.
Okay.
All right. We just gotta wait for our cue. We slip right in.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna follow you on this one, okay?
Stay close.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just wait around for the distraction.
Okay, so you guys, a few minutes pass. You took some time to get back there, but still, you're starting to get antsy. Especially our rookie.
Yeah, you hear me. I'm like muttering Vic's name under my breath. Like, I knew he was gonna fucking scamp off of it.
Yeah,
Shit,
Sage,
I
you're
could
starting.
break him over my goddamn leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to build, and you're starting to get antsy. Sneaky bastard, you're used to stakeouts, but Sage, this is agonizing.
Yeah.
Every minute you're about to pull the trigger.
Yep. I'll be like, hey man, should we be like talking or something? This probably looks weird. I feel like we look weird. We're in an alley. We're just standing here.
You're up on a platform above the alley.
We're on a platform above the alley. Just standing here.
It's gonna be all right. Nobody's looking at us.
I'm just gonna like pull my bill down a little bit.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have you roll. Let's make it. Let's roll smarts.
Oh shit! I knew you were going to say that. That's an exploding die.
Dang.
That's another exploding die. That's 9 total.
Wow.
Damn. Okay. So despite your propensity to jump into action, despite the fire that is lit under you, in your blood, you revert back to your training. Rushing is the enemy. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. You take your time with this one. You wait. And shortly, you are rewarded as you see the door at the back of the facility open. And a small, feminine figure steps out, wrapped in some coat, to the cold air of the night. You see her mention something to the guard at the door. He turns, looks around, steps inside with her.
All right. And then I'm just going to jump off the balcony with my cape and land smoothly on my feet.
I like
Okay.
look over the balcony. What the fuck, man? And then I'll like
Yeah.
start going down.
Like stage is like dangling down. It's like,
Yeah.
how far is it? How far is it?
Yeah.
All right. I will, for expediency's sake, I'll say that you both make it down without serious injury, though Sage's, his ego might have taken a pretty heavy blow after seeing that landing. But you guys dart your way across the alley.
Mm.
I'm going to have you both roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. Three.
No plus or minus, just straight up.
Yeah. You roll
Yep.
your stealth. Did you roll
4.
your d6 as well?
Yep. I got 4.
4 is enough to pass. 4 is success in this world. So, as you guys cut across, you get to the door, seemingly without issue. As you open the door and step in, you swear you hear coming from behind you. Hey! Hey! As you shut the door and step in. Immediately in front of you, you see bright colors of... Well, you're in a small hallway, but branching off to your right, you see bright colors coming from the changing room, and you catch a glimpse of some of the dancers changing and getting ready. Straight ahead of you is darkness in a stairwell that descends.
Having heard that voice, I'm going to immediately go down the stairwell, seeing it's a darkness that I can hide into.
I'll do the same.
Okay. You guys rush down the stairwell, and as you get closer, the music seems to be getting louder. As you get, it kind of wraps around, and there's a landing, and you wrap back around, and as you get close to the bottom of it, you hear, "Yeah, he was just giving me a hard time. I don't know where he went." And you hear some voices right at the bottom by the doorway. But you also hear, "Hey, look, we busted my balls. I'm going to get in trouble for leaving my post." So there seems to be, right at the entrance to this area, this interaction.
Can
We're
we
either going to
see
have to bypass that you see. They're right around the corner. You can hear them. They're right there. You're close. Your footsteps would have been drowned out by the music. But you're going to have to get past them somehow.
Right.
Or you can make your way back up into the dressing room and try a different approach. You're on a clock based off of what you've heard.
I am going to just try to get past him, like doing one of these and just walking straight by.
You literally disappeared when you did that, so I don't know what you did.
I just did the classic in the movies where they do this. They like pull their hat
They
down.
turn invisible. They fade into
and
their
they're
background.
invisible,
Yeah, the classic movie thing.
I will say this is a narrow hallway. The only place it comes from was the area you came in from. And
Okay.
so it's going to be kind of suspicious for you to just try to sneak past him, like push past him.
Right. Oh, man. Okay. I'm gonna look at Sneaky Bastard. Hey, this is your thing, man. What do we do?
I'm gonna look up. Do I hear a lot of movement from the dressing room route?
There is like the commotion of people. I mean, first of all, no, you don't hear anything because you're so close to the dance floor now that the music's too loud, it drowns it out. But you notice there was commotion in there to begin with. But you can roll a notice if you want to try to get any specific details from where you're at. It's going to be at a -4 though.
I'm particularly listening if there's any guards right up there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to know if there are any. Oh wait. Yeah, 2.
Yeah. So it's too loud here. You just can't hear
Okay.
the level of your footsteps.
I don't know if it's a good idea for me to walk right past them.
Okay, well, we gotta get going. I'm gonna start like going back up the stairs. Like, keep up. And then I'm gonna go towards the dressing rooms, trying to get there before that guard that saw us in the alleyway gets back, or whoever saw us.
Okay.
Okay. You rush up, and as you're entering into the dressing room, 2 things happen simultaneously. 1, the door behind you, you hear it start to open, and 2, all of the dancers in the room acknowledge your presence, and you hear a, "Hey, who the fuck are you? Who is this guy? What are you doing?" And you just like all these voices start to ring out.
Right.
You got to think fast and do it now.
Mm-hmm. You put your hands up.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hands up and say, I thought this was the restroom.
Okay.
And then I just want to sprint through.
You know there. You notice there's a door on the other side.
Yeah.
And I will say, okay, make a. Is there not? What's the equivalent of deception? I guess persuasion is the closest we've got.
That was a 5.
Okay, a 5 is a success. You hear, "Oh, sweetie, you must have been from the VIP section. The stairwell's over here. The bathroom's down the hall on your left." And so you go to the other direction, which leads up, and you start to head through that way. And there is a long hallway. As you're rushing through, you hear the door open. And you don't stop. Like, she's saying that as you're running by.
Yeah.
And you hear some commotion at the other end of the room now as you're ducking into that hallway. They're like a room's length behind you now. They caught a glimpse of you again, and you hear some like, barely hear this in the background of like, "Wait, what's going on? Why are you running?" And they're on your tail. So you turn and you duck into that that hallway. You've got darkness down this way. You've got a right turn that goes up a small staircase, and there's some light coming from there. And then you see some light coming from a room on the left down the hallway.
And we would know that that's up to the 3rd tier. Is that correct?
It's not a
Not
long
necessarily.
stairwell. It
Okay.
looks like a short stairwell, and based off of like the crater or that the well is in, and the like geography of it, hard to tell. You're thinking probably the back entrance puts you level with the front entrance, which would actually be the 2nd tier. You maybe
Okay.
just are a few feet below it, and this is just to correct that.
I'm gonna be like, "Fuck, man! Vic said he was gonna get us in easy. Screw this!" And I'm gonna let's go to the stairs. We already tried that one.
All right. Let's go. I'm with you.
And we'll
So which
start-
so there was a door on your.
Uh,
There's a light coming from the right. So you're going up those stairs.
Mhm.
Okay, you guys rush out there, and you're immediately met by the same view that they got of the casino, but from like the back left corner.
Okay.
So you are now on that 2nd tier, that entry level floor, and you're in the VIP section. You see booths, and you see like these elaborate, crazy looking hookahs that are just emitting. They have like direct connections to the Halens, and you see these like clouds of neon smoke puffing out from them. You see beautiful men and women surrounding these You see important figures in the community. You see politicians. You see other drug kingpins, people that are being entertained. I will say this. Both of you roll a notice for me before we go any further.
Yeah. And one thing I do want to do is pull like the hood of my cloak over my helmet because I recognize some of these people and they might recognize me. Notice. 3.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 also. I'm gonna use a Benny.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Alon, which when I spend a Benny to re-roll a trait, I add +2 to the total.
Sweet.
And it's an exploding dice. Another one, 12, 17, 18, 19.
God.
So
You process everything in a millisecond.
this is it's perfect because as you're glancing through, you don't have time to take in all the faces. It'd be an impossible task to try to scan everyone as you're in this hot chase, this pursuit.
Right.
But there is one that immediately pops up on your radar and you lock eyes with. Or rather, you see their face, but they don't necessarily make you yet. Sitting a few booths down, surrounded by women, you see the chief of the wards, Tsar Parlax.
Oh. This is news to me, right?
This is news to you. Not good news.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything slows down and your eyes just lock in.
Yeah.
He doesn't make you yet, but you see him. Now, your options are to move forward. There's really just like one aisle that is in front of all these booths. On the end of it, you know it's guarded by the door. You can see that it wraps around the outside. The inside of this tier is completely open. So there's a railing that's completely made of this clear structure so you can see straight through it. You see the holograms of the dancers at the level that you're at. And beneath you, on the lower tier, just over that railing, is the dance floor, full of bodies.
Okay. I immediately, first off, I look away to like turn my profile away. I'm gonna say, get on my 6. Get on my 6 now. Stand on this side. And I'll like move over to try to put the sneaky bastard between me and the Tsar. So that way if he looked, he would just see his body and not mine. And then I'll say, all right, walk smooth. Don't draw attention to us.
You know you have seconds, like less than 10 seconds. This person is running behind you, chasing you currently.
Okay.
Yeah, they're crossing the room as we speak. You have to make a decision now.
Let's get fucking lost. Then I'm gonna sprint.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get lost.
So I will say this, based off of your location, there's not a place to hide at the level you're at.
Right.
You're running down the only aisle in front of all these booths. You could try to duck into a booth and blend in. You could sprint down the middle and draw attention to yourself, careening towards another guard. Or you can go over the railing.
Which will
Just try
draw
to
attention.
blend in.
Yeah, which would
Absolutely.
draw the entire...
100%.
But if you don't
Right.
crush anybody as you land and you blend into the crowd quickly enough, that's the fastest way to disappear. It's a high risk, high reward, but you're really running out of options.
Yeah.
Unless somebody wants to use some kind of equipment that they have.
I have no equipment that could be used in this situation.
And I go,
I think someone does.
I look back, I see the person chasing. I'm like, how did this go so wrong so fast? I'm gonna grab you, just fall over the railing and try and grappling hook to that edge. Slowly lower
Hell
ourselves.
yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm going to make you do a shooting roll. And I'm going to say, because I think it's cool, I'm gonna give you a +2, and that's the way it is.
Yep.
Okay, with the +2, that gives me a 10.
Yes, you would have
Nice.
made it with a raise either way. The +2 was irrelevant completely, but that's awesome. So you do exactly as you described. You turn, you grab, you tip him over, and you hear one of the people in the booths go, "Whoa, what the fuck?" As you like tip over, and you start falling down. The dance floor beneath you is not dancing looking up. They don't see you coming. It's not like people start screaming and
Right.
running. You launch. It's so loud up here. You launch up the grappling hook, and it latches onto the railing. And you catch yourselves and descend down. And with your ability with this grappling hook, you land perfectly in between people, where you don't cause that much of a commotion.
Okay.
I will
Then I
say
just-
now I'm gonna need to complete this plan. I'm gonna need a
Right.
performance from both of you to try to blend in, or a stealth, or whatever you can justify.
Whoa,
go
man,
with-
watch where you're jumping.
All right. I'm gonna go with stealth, and I'll RP it here in a second.
Or
Wow. I'm gonna use another Benny,
nice.
and
Fair,
I'm
fair.
gonna use that same bonus and re-roll that re-roll. And thank God, that's a 5 with that +2.
Okay, yeah. So you both succeed. Yeah, describe to me how you blend in now.
So when I land, I'm immediately like, thanks, now get away from me. And I'm gonna like do this just because I like know that they may have seen me with the hat. I don't know if it's gonna make much difference. Then I'm gonna immediately start dancing and get nearest to a crowd that has like a bunch of people, and I'm just gonna mimic exactly what they're doing and like get into their spot.
Man, I feel like I'm dancing like an old man here.
Yeah.
So I think you turn and you join the first group, and you're like doing your dance, and they're like, they start dancing, and one turns around and goes, "You a fucking cop?" And then they kind of split up, and you're like, "Oh shit!" You just keep dancing through, but eventually, you do kind of find your groove and blend in enough. It's busy enough that even when people notice, they're too far gone to care. They just keep dancing.
Are you guys cops? Yeah, like stripper cops. Yeah.
Yeah.
You end up in a circle of all undercover cops. You're all like, "You guys are real too, huh? Really dancing."
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, sneaky bastard.
Yeah, I'm just going to
You're
the shadows.
sneaky. Yeah. What can I say? I mean, it's like Assassin's Creed when he like ducks into the
Yeah.
priests. You just
Yeah.
immediately blend into the crowd to disappear. Okay. And now you obviously talked about the meeting spot ahead of time, and you all make your way, and we'll say that you reconvene in the bathrooms in the back of the keep. You've all successfully infiltrated the keep. Well done.
I'm sweating bad.
Oh,
Same.
hold on. I didn't expect you boys to come out from the dance floor. Just get in the front. What happened?
Rewinding my grappling hook gun.
Yeah, I'll say just because I want you to keep having it. It's future. You know, it like detaches itself and
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't know if that was the best idea of what we just did,
You're in.
but
We
we're
got
in.
in. We got in. That's what matters. But hey, look, we might.
And I got this, and I'm gonna pull out my gun. Fully loaded.
Put that away.
you see a guy that like finishes pissing at the urinal and just sees the gun and then walks out.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
right,
look
yeah.
at him, pull down my hood.
The music's pretty decent.
Hey man, I didn't see anything. And he just walks back out.
All right. Look, I can't be seen here. I just saw somebody that shouldn't be here. But if he sees me, this is done.
Let's get moving.
Someone in the wards?
Yeah. And then I'll like lean over just to you, like Czar. And then,
As you like lean over.
yeah, we're in a bathroom.
Yeah.
You'll just see Vic just No point in keeping secrets among friends here. But all right, we're here. We're down.
Right.
We need to go up, up, up.
Right.
the
I
next
gotta go
guy.
next phase, next objective. Take out the goons by any means necessary.
Oh yeah, easy. We're gonna do this right, like we talked about. And then I'll like walk over to a urinal, and I'm gonna like start pissing. That shit scared the piss out of me though. But unload it.
Clearly not all of it. Because I'll pat you on the back awkwardly.
I'm gonna
Dude,
go
don't touch me while I'm peeing.
Well, don't talk to me while you're pissing.
I'm gonna go
I'm
to
not the one
stall.
holding his dick.
So he scared the shit out of me. And then I'm pull my pants off. Start to just take a shit.
You,
I'm
you
just
hear
like-
you hear a toilet flush next to you, and another guy comes out, and he just like looks around, wide-eyed, goes and washes
We
his
have to
hands.
kill him. Yeah.
We didn't
I'm
say
still. You can see me just like slightly kind of bobbing my head and kind of tapping my staff to the music
plan.
outside to the beat.
Yeah, the bumping music.
Southpaw has completely lost the plot. He's just here to
Yeah.
dance now.
Like, hold on, I'm kind of into it. It's good exercise, you know
This is
that?
a nice establishment.
Alright, I'll zip up my pants.
Damn,
Okay.
you were pissing that whole time? That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah, he was holding it in. Got antsy
Can
outside.
Can I roll for wipe?
How many toilet?
Yeah, let me look. Let's roll. Let's roll survival.
Common knowledge.
Survival, or I would also accept repair.
Well, either way, I don't have it, so I'm rolling a D4 minus 2.
Yep.
Oh
Your
no.
whole life.
That's a 1.
Fortunately for you, it's the future, baby. They're all bidets. They're
Oh,
clean as a
nice.
whistle.
You got saved.
Just wet.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah, but you don't dry yourself. You just immediately stand up and pull
Yeah.
your pants up. It's insane behavior.
I don't have time for this.
Speaking of, as I'll turn on a sink. And then glance to you, Sage.
I'll go wash my hands, you bitch. And then, as I'm washing my hands, actually, Will, when we were up on that level, was that the third tier? Is that where we just were?
That
when
was
we
the
jumped
second
up?
tier.
Second.
No.
So there's an even
Second
another tier. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We need to
Then
figure out how to get up.
I'll wash my hands. Clean off my hands.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody got a plan?
Well, it's easy enough to just go back up the stairs. But it's that second set, which will cause a lot more difficulty.
Right.
No way we're taking the main set.
No. Okay. Hey, Southpaw, didn't you say you knew someone up here?
Yeah, and I think I know where to find him. I have a couple hunches.
Okay.
Hey, Lucky. You know where the gambling? You know where the gambling tables are?
Like the back of my hand.
Yes, of course.
The gambling tables are unfortunately on that second tier. So those are in the VIP section.
So we need some VIP tickets.
Well, you just or have a little moolah, which I currently don't
Not to
have
say,
enough.
do you? Anybody here have any money on them?
Yeah,
Substantial
I
my
have some.
edge
Oh.
came with 500 platinum, if I recall correctly.
I mean, are we using the leftover that we didn't spend on gear?
Well, yeah, it was presumably.
You have
I
that.
guess I would have like 25 then. Yeah, 25 monies.
I got about 50.
Okay, that's not enough.
Yeah, it's not very much.
So you can pay for it. Is there any other ways to get VIP tickets?
You can be invited.
Well, right. I mean, who gets the workers get those? I mean, probably not.
They can, but there's specific sets of workers that can be in certain locations. Are you a dancer?
What do you think?
Listen, I've been surprised already today.
No, I'm not particularly graceful out there.
Well, then
Not
you
hard.
probably can't sneak in easily. But there's other positions. Maintenance. Any of you boys can do repairs on something that probably isn't broken?
I brought my toolkit.
You did?
Yes, sir.
How'd that
Uh,
get through security?
I don't know.
You have you actually bought a toolkit with your.
Yeah, I bought a toolkit.
Oh wow.
I'll say
And
that
I have this repair as a skill.
it's like a kind of a cybernetic attachment,
Well,
and it's
to
like
my
a.
kind of like the
Yeah.
equivalent of bringing a ladder, where like they'll just let you in anywhere.
It's
If you
no,
have
it,
yeah, but it's not a toolbox. It's literally like a handyman's attachment for his arm, and so it's not like not something they would worry about. Like if you
Maybe
brought,
I go like right here, and all my fingers turn into different tools.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of those. How fancy.
No.
The only really
And-
cybernetic I have fixed my posture when I was 17.
it's still got the scars to prove it.
I
Also, Sage, don't forget
Yeah.
that you also have.
I know. I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Okay.
So I was. Give me a second, boys. I'm gonna step out of the bathroom and glance up at this VIP section, staking it out a little bit, trying to still like not just look like I'm staring, blending in. Do I notice? Are there any like bartenders up there going around doing drinks, stuff like that?
There are waiters and waitresses that are mostly comprised of like the dancers that will go between tables up there. They kind of, some do both, some just do one or the other. But the bartenders would be at the bar, which is on the dance level. It's
Mhm.
along that whole back wall with the tubes of halons going up the back, as I described earlier.
Okay. I'll come back into the bathroom. I might have a way. I don't know if it's going to work for all of us, but I might be able to pull some strings.
Ooh. Do tell.
Well, yeah, I guess there's no reason to hold it. I know a guy here who works here, whose wife is in the wards. They keep it hush-hush. I got the intel recently, so I might be able to leverage that. Do a little, I don't want to, but I might be able to blackmail him.
Ooh, blackmail. I like to keep a lot of that in my back pocket.
Right. Okay, well, I can give it a try. I don't know if they're, from my intel, this person's a bartender. It's not, I don't think it's necessarily someone special in this place, but maybe, I don't know, maybe they'd have a way to get us tickets or get us up on that floor.
All the way up there. Well, well. That'd be quite influential.
You got any other ideas?
Well, I got you in.
Right.
Of course, I can do all sorts of smooth talking. People love me. They can't help it.
Yeah.
I could maybe pull some attention. Give you a chance to talk to your contact.
Okay. Well, here's the problem. I don't know what he looks like. I just know a name. And he's a bartender here. He's got to be on this lower floor.
Bartender. Okay, what's his name?
Soul Billigan.
Soul Billigan.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Billigan, bartender.
That's an awesome name.
You only know his name.
Yes.
All right. Time for me to work some magic, I think. You boys don't look too suspicious now.
Yeah, maybe we should get out of the bathroom.
That's where I'm headed.
There have been
could
several
also
times
use a
where
drink.
somebody will walk in and see you guys all like huddled together in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
See, like, some of you are literally packing guns, not that well hidden. And just be like,
Yeah.
I'll hold it. And just walk back out.
I'll leave the bathroom and start lurking towards the bars, and just dancing. My
Alright.
hat's back forward.
Hi.
Yeah,
Such a cop.
Yeah.
I could use a drink as well.
Yeah.
I'll meet you over
okay.
there.
All right.
Well-
Southpaw starts stirring up the dance floor again, but
Yeah.
Sneaky Bastard, you want to do anything in the meantime?
I
Ops?
am on edge this entire time. I usually do not go in large populated places like this, but it's all for a good reason. So really, I'm just trying to keep up with the party, but just draw the least amount of attention as possible. Because a lot of the people here, especially up in that VIP section, I may have stolen some valuable information from them at one point. Might not be very
Yeah.
well received.
And I really,
And the mask stays on.
Yeah.
I don't know at all where my contact would be. I had a hunch of where he might be, but I'm always looking around and standing around for him.
Mhm.
As we
Okay.
I'm going to head towards the bar inhalant section and see if I can ask any information with other waiters and waitresses about this soul fella.
Okay. So you carve your way through the dance floor, making your way towards the bar to kind of drum up where Soul might be. In the meantime, I'm gonna need a few things. I need a performance check from Southpaw, very importantly. I
Yes.
need a notice check from both Southpaw and from Sneaky Bastard.
Ooh.
nothing for me.
Okay, and notice.
This is notice.
For my performance, I got a 3.
No!
A 5.
Okay.
I'm losing my dance moves. Let's see.
You are
They've already moved on.
You're starting to sober up is the problem. The whiskey that you were drinking prior to the investigation is starting to wear off, and you're just getting in your head a little bit about the moves. You're like a second late because you're just getting in your head a little bit. But it's all good. Nobody's like mad at you.
Southpaw, you also
And-
need to make another a notice check.
Yeah. And you, I know I keep asking this, but every time you roll the 6, no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single roll you'll ever make.
Okay,
Oh, not
I
Not
rolled a
maybe.
4 on that.
Great.
On the 6.
Okay.
very good.
So we'll resolve these in kind of as we go. But as you guys are making your way towards the bar, Sneaky Bastard, you're sort of blending into the crowd, just keeping your eyes open. You notice two things. One of the guards, one of the bouncers, is kind of working their way through the dance floor, kind of like looking people up and down. And two, more notably, you glance up, and on the third tier,
Oh,
you see, sitting on the railing, legs dangling over a 3-story drop, unmistakable figure
oh
of
no.
Echo Balor,
Mm-hmm.
who is just taking in the dance floor. Maybe recently heard something that finally piqued her interest.
My arch nemesis.
We finally met.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Vengeance.
Yeah.
Okay. So all those things are happening. As you're cutting through, we're going to get to your notice check here in a second, Southpaw. But at this point, you do arrive to the bar. and a female figure approaches you. It says, "Lucky?"
Hello, hello. Good to see you again.
Is it?
Oh, absolutely.
What's
I'm
my name?
always happy to see you. You're one of the C's, aren't you? Charlotte? Chicory?
Next. She turns and kind of starts to walk away from you.
Well,
and
hold
shortly
on
after
there.
that, another figure comes up. This time it's a male figure. She's like, "Yeah, what can I get you?"
Actually, I'm wondering. I heard the best waiter in this place, which I don't know about that. His name's Soul. You know him?
Billigan.
Yeah, Billigan.
Yeah. I mean, he can get you a Halant I can't get. What's the deal here?
Go ahead and tell you. Think I'm supposed to tell him an inside joke or something?
The fuck?
I
Roll a
don't know.
persuasion. Roll a persuasion check.
Alright.
I'm gonna say this one's at a -2 because this is not
As
a
it
past
should be,
flame.
frankly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it a critical fail?
No, it's just not very good. It's going to be a 1. You know what?
Sure.
I have them. I think I'm gonna Benny it.
Spend a bennies.
Nice.
Spending bennies, folks.
Spending bennies. I got them. Burning holes in my pocket. That's gonna be a 5.
5. That'll do it. Speaking of that, I think for Sneaky Bastard committing to the Batman move that we all wanted to see, I think I'll give you a Benny for that earlier. That was good.
Nice. Ooh.
Okay, so you do succeed. He says, "All right, I'll fucking get Billigan. I guess he can get you." Like walks off, and you wait like a minute or two, but eventually, a portly fellow, older, hairline starting to recede. He's got pretty minimal mods for what it looks like in this place, and then you see he like sets his hands on the counter, and he's got these big old meat hook of hands that are both modded. So he just sets his arms on the counter and says, "All right, what can I do for you?"
And I'll kind of just gesture to Sage. Well, what kind of inhalant you recommend?
Are you gesturing to him to get his attention, or are you gesturing
I'm
to
gesturing
Sage
to
to get
get
Sage
Sage's
to come
attention.
over?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And to be like, get over here, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start walking over. Start moving over.
I mean, I don't know, man. What do you like? What's your usual taste for?
More of a tobacco type of guy, earthy.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Oh well,
Let
real
me see
quick.
what I got for you.
Before you go, like get something for my friend too. As Sage
All right,
approaches.
well, hurry up. I got other people. And he sees him.
I'll step up.
He kind of looks you up and down as you approach. How can I help you, officer?
Mr. Billigan. That's right. Is it Mr. Billigan?
Might be.
Look, I'll cut to the chase. I need something from you, and I need it fast.
Why
I
the
need to
fuck
get
would
up.
I help you?
I got some things that might make you treat me otherwise. And I'll like lean in and kind of just whisper her name. I know about Briya. And then I'll lean back.
He's gonna lean in close to you, and you see his hands, like these big metallic hands, just like dig in. And the bar itself is like this crystalline surface, The dance floor, notably, also the same, almost like it's made of glass. And it appears as though there's like a really thin layer of water that sort of ripples as people step on it, but nobody's getting wet. It's just some kind of an effect.
That's cool.
So he just drags his fingers across this, and if it weren't so loud in here, you would hear like nails on a chalkboard as they can't dig in, but they're trying to. And you see like the muscles in his upper arm and forearm tense as he like leans in close to you and says, "You say your name in here again, I'm gonna tear you limb from limb. What the fuck do you want from me?"
As he stepped in, I will like close that gap also. And I have this like big kind of puffy jacket, and he will just feel the blunt end of something like touch his side. And
we'll say touch his arm or something because you're on the other side of the bar, yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. And I'm just gonna say, I need up on that VIP floor. All right, let's not do anything crazy.
Roll a, this is interesting. I'm going to say it is persuasion. No, this is certainly intimidation.
Yeah.
Especially with the gun. So I will say that this is intimidation with a +2 because you have expertly, actually, you know what? Fuck it. +4. You have leverage on this guy. And you're threatening him with a gun. That's
a 7.
Okay. 7 total.
Ooh, actually, it's a 5 because it was an untrained skill.
Okay. So good thing you had a +4.
Yeah.
All right. So he, given the circumstances, you see his hand just like squeeze and the metal starts to like pushing against itself in his hand. He steps back. Says, "I'll get right on that. Why don't you wait here?" Turns and walks away from the bar.
So, is he getting my inhalant?
As he like walks away and I realize I didn't ask for 4. I'm like, shit.
Okay, as that's happening.
Also, you see a small little camera. Or just a little picture of him. Soul's his name, right?
What are you going to do with that?
That all depends.
Yeah.
Who's ever asking? He's willing to cough up the green.
Well, I'm sure he's got dirt on him, so I'll look the other way.
All right. We cut across the dance floor now to a southpaw who is just moving and grooving. Southpaw, as you're glancing around, you're in your head a little bit about the dance moves. The alcohol's wearing off. But that clarity that comes with that alcohol wearing off has allowed you to, through the crowd, find the person you were looking for. You see your contact on the dance floor in a group of figures. He's relatively small in stature and thin, easy to make out. And he seems to be kind of like leaning in and talking to some of them. You catch like they're kind of getting close to each other and there's almost like a little bit of an exchange. They part.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over to him, and I'm gonna, when I get in range, I'm gonna like, Slippo.
You see him like look around panicked, like hands go up a little bit, like he's being arrested.
Calm down, kid. It's just me.
And he turns around. And he's like, "Oh hey, hey, oh hey, what are you doing here, Southpaw? What are you doing in a place like this? This isn't a place for you. You're crazy. Why are you here?
I could ask the same about you, Slippo. I thought you were done with this stuff.
Hey, I'm not doing anything bad. I'm not pushing anything too bad. Look, little Zeke, little slip, little crush. That never hurt anybody. I'm just having a good time.
I haven't done any of it myself in quite some time, I'll have you know. And that's thanks to you. You've been a very good influence. But I gotta survive. What am I gonna eat?
How much you know about the flow of all that in here?
Oh, I mean, hey, you know, I'm trying to keep below the radar. I don't want to make anybody mad. You ever seen some of these guys up close? You want to get on Gan Taylor's bad side? You push yourself in his territory, you end up dead. But look, I don't touch the glass. That's off limits for sure. But yeah, I see a little bit of the flow. Yeah. You looking to get some Southpaw? I could hook you up. I'll give you a friends and family discount.
Slippo. No. Do we know that Gan name? The Gan?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the drug lord of the glass.
That's the drug lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
also
you've
one of the
done
major
business-
players in Renzo's gang. He just handles the
Yeah.
drug portion of their business, yeah.
So you've dealt with Gan personally.
What, are you crazy? I've never been that close to the guy. I see him every now and then. He looms over the place. He's terrifying. He's always wearing his gloves and hands behind his back. He looks like a psychopath, but yeah, no, I never talked to the guy.
You ever see Renzo?
Renzo? No. God, no. You think I've ever seen Renzo? He's not like he comes down here. I've never been up to the 3rd floor.
Do you know anyone who has? Who can get up there?
Yeah, Southpaw. I got a few people that have been up there before. But mostly dames. Mostly dames that Renzo's got kind of fancies, but they get some things from me on the side occasionally. Yeah. Give them a discount if they're good looking. You know how it goes. but yeah, I mean, I could maybe introduce you if you let me finish out my night.
Slippo, I'm in kind of a hurry here.
Okay, yeah, understood. Well, look, I mean, you picked a hell of a night to come here. Things are gonna get crazy.
What do you mean?
Are you okay, Southpaw? You know what day it is, right? You lost track of time? You don't look so good.
Do I have my flask with me?
Yeah, always.
Did that make
Didn't
it?
get confiscated.
It's in your arm.
Yeah.
You have a secret compartment in your arm that he didn't notice.
Remind me, Slippo, what day is it?
Well, it's the Night of Atonement. You lived on Dalkar how long? You lost track of what day the Night of Atonement was? It should be starting any minute.
Do I know what that is?
Yeah, as you step back,
Fuck.
it's like this haze that you've been in as you've been planning and getting everything ready. You truly did lose track of time. This was your first day that he would be available. You jumped. You threw everything together quickly and hastily. Maybe the others knew and didn't care? Things are about to get interesting.
Oh no.
This is the cursed planet of Karuma. And the curse, it doesn't pick favorites. And it affects us all equally. You notice the change in the light first. It's not by accident that the ceiling is the way it is in this place. As the moon slowly starts to change color, and the teal light filters in through the sky, casts this teal lens, this glow over all of the keep. As you have entered the teal moon's zenith, and people start to change.
Oh my god.
If you didn't think that cyberpunk noir was enough of a genre clash. This is a planet of lycanthropes, baby. And we're about to find out who we're changing into.
Oh, werewolves.
So we are ending this session with our roles.
No way.
I'm going to need everybody to roll 2d20, and I will explain this elaborate but beautiful system I have developed to determine what your lycanthropic form is going to be.
Oh my gosh. We are lycanthropes.
Now,
30.
everybody is. The whole scape of this, the keep is about to shift. And keep in mind any augmentations you've made on yourself, because those are not going to shift with you. So whatever you choose is going to have these cybernetic augmentations.
19.
Same, actually.
Oh.
It's 2 d20s, right?
2 d20s.
32.
15. If we're doing total.
Did anybody roll doubles?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm sure you guys have some ideas. I've asked you all in some series of questions about like favorite things or this and that.
Oh, yeah.
That has nothing to do with this.
Oh.
Yep.
Obviously, what we're going to do now is I am going to take the number that you rolled, and that is going to correlate with an episode of Zaboomafoo that you will get to pick an animal from.
Hooray!
You get to pick a featured animal from that episode of Zaboomafoo. Now, if you had rolled doubles, you'd get to pick the weird claymation creepy one that they throw in for no reason to confuse children on what's a real animal, I guess.
Shoot!
So hold your numbers close to your
How many episodes
chest.
of Zaboomafoo are there?
A lot, turns out. I looked this up to verify. There are several seasons. We're not going to get close.
So, is it your episode number? Is your roll number?
I'll tell you. Don't read ahead.
All right, I'm sorry.
There's so much that kid. It's crazy. Okay. Travis, stop Googling. I can see you're Googling. What was everybody's
I was
number?
Closing it.
19. I closed mine too.
19. We'll start with you, Colby. So 19. Yeah, I'll let you guys decide. There are multiple animals that are featured. You could both pick from this episode before I say what it is, or you can re-roll. I'll let one of you re-roll.
I'll keep my 19.
Skylar, you want to hold or do you want to re-roll?
I think I'll re-roll, just
Okay.
to have a different episode. Re-roll.
There it is.
And that is 26. I can't do math.
26. Okay. Keep your numbers to yourselves for now, just so you don't forget them. Number 19. Colby, we have the episode titled Running.
Yeah!
Your featured animals are the African penguin, the emu, the merlin, the wolf, the red-jointed fiddler crab, the tokay gecko, the giant African millipede, the cow. Jesus, this list is so long.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to write these down. They're going too fast.
You're gonna have to just grab one as they're slipping through your fingers. The Japanese macaque, the domestic dog,
Okay.
the Hamadryas baboon, the red fox, the caracal, the red-necked wallaby, the duck, the peregrine falcon, the duck. It's on there twice. Plains zebra, common ostrich, we're almost there, Thompson's gazelle, African bush elephant, reticulated giraffe, northern giraffe, southern giraffe,
You have all this in one
red-billed
episode.
oxpecker, leopard tortoise,
We could
vervet
all
monkey,
pick from this episode. You
white
said almost
rhinoceros, horse, impala, hippopotamus, common warthog,
nothing. You said we were almost there.
Rupel's
Dude.
starling. We are in the grand scheme of things. Greater kudu, the cheetah, and the western cattle egret. That is it. I hope you caught one in there. I will not repeat myself. Okay,
Yes. I
who's
know
next? I'll let you brew on that, and then we'll come with reveals at the end. Who's next?
I'm
26.
15.
Somebody.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Travis, we're going to 15 next. Your episode is from season 1, Fling.
Oh, hello. I like
All right,
being those women.
Your animals list is slightly shorter, but still way longer than I was expecting. You have
What are the rodents?
You have a white-throated toucan, Humboldt's white-fronted capuchin, ladybug, human. I won't allow you to use that one. Crazy that they mentioned it. Panamanian white-faced capuchin, large-headed capuchin. A lot of throwers on this one, it looks like. Oh, Travis? One is just bug.
Yes, sir!
Lanner falcon, American toad, wood frog, American bullfrog. Hey, guess what? We find again, bug.
Yeah.
Colombian red howler, Hamadryas baboon. I think that was on both lists. The mallard, gray-bellied night monkey, guanin squirrel monkey, black-capped squirrel monkey, American red squirrel.
Okay.
There's a rodent. Olive baboon, snowy owl, black-headed spider monkey, Angela colobus, don't know what that is, Diana monkey, crab-eating macaque, black howler, crab-eating macaque, something you don't want to hear on a beach, proboscis monkey,
Crab-eating macaque.
proboscis monkey, yeah, penis
Those are
nose,
hilarious.
vervet monkey, western pygmy marmoset. It's about flinging. I think this whole episode is about throwing shit. So,
Yeah.
ornate spider monkey and domestic dog. All right, those are your options. Who's next?
Hey!
32.
32.
Eyes are barely open.
Your episodes. This is the last thing I promised, Dylan. We're almost there to sweet release. 32. Your episode is Spots and Stripes. You've probably got an idea of what this is going to
This is
be.
gonna be a good one.
It's a pretty short list, though. Ring-tailed lemur. Tiger.
Ooh.
Serval. Indian peafowl. Leopard. White-nosed coati? Coati? How do you say that? I know what it is, but I don't know how you say it. Anyway. Domestic dog. Peregrine falcon. Monarch butterfly. Wild horse. Plains zebra. You were right, Colby. Lion. Northern giraffe. Banded
sweet.
mongoose. Spotted hyena. Cheetah. And striped skunk.
Dang, dude, you got some good ones.
Yeah, you did.
Got the
Yeah, I
skunk?
26 for me.
26. Hey, guess what, Southpaw? We've got playtime.
Ooh. You're gonna be a cute ones. I'm
Laughing Kookaburra. Number 2, lion. This is a crazy. What a crazy shift. Serval.
Ooh, serval.
Ladybug. Giraffe. Mallard. Duck is on every episode. Wolf.
Hell yeah.
White-nosed coati.
Coyote.
Jaguar. Japanese macaque. Humboldt's white-fronted capuchin. American barn owl. Panther chameleon.
Whoa.
Cool. 2 cool animals together. Chicken. Domestic dog. Spotted hyena. And chimpanzee. That is our list, folks. I hope you grabbed one as they were falling through your fingertips. I will have you now go around in the same order that you got them and declare definitively what your lycanthrope form is for the rest of this campaign that we will continue in part 2. Starting with you, Colby. What do you
I
got?
want to say
for
that
us?
one of those animals that you said is Colby Smith's favorite animal of all time, but it doesn't fit the character, so I'm not going to do it because
Very
one
bold of
just
you.
rang out to me perfectly with my guy. It's got to be the zebra. He sticks out. He's,
Okay.
He
Yeah,
sticks
they hear
out.
hooves and they're thinking zero when they see you in the club. And as a result, for you not picking, you showing restraint and not picking just the one you love the most, I will award you a Benny for that. Good for you, sir. All right, Travis, I believe that brings us to you.
I mean,
Who
I had to
is
go with the red
Parm?
squirrel.
Yeah,
Let's
I think
go.
once you called out,
It's a
once you called out rodent, there was one rodent on the list. Like we all know
Yep.
who Parm is gonna turn into.
yeah.
I am so excited for next week for reasons that I can't disclose right now. But okay, or I guess next release. Okay,
Right.
Parm is a red squirrel. That brings us to the sneaky bastard himself, the sneaky bastard.
It was a tough choice between giraffe and tiger. But I think I have to go tiger.
Yes, dude.
Tiger makes sense and is very cool. Dude, being a stealthy giraffe would be so funny though.
Yeah, no.
If you're like 20 feet taller than everybody else in the room, and you're like, dun, 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 dun.
My head. My head is in the next tier.
Yeah.
Yes.
The tiger makes sense by not completely derailing your character. That's good.
Your grappling hook is just your neck stretching out.
That's good. All right. Very good. Okay, and finally, Southpaw. What did we land on?
So did he do giraffe then?
Not
No.
a tiger.
Tiger. Well, I was deciding between the panther chameleon, which would have been perfect for sneaky bastard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
The
kind of
animals
want it to be.
though.
I want it to be almost like lion, this old man turning into this massive
Right.
lion. But if he's tiger, that's not very original.
I mean,
Dude, we're all turning into
You're going to
animals.
play him very differently, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll do lion.
I like lion for you. I kind of imagined you
Yeah,
with
like-
the, you've got the beard.
Yeah.
It's just going to kind of fold into like kind of frizzy graying mane. That's
Yeah.
just like,
Like
Yeah.
you're
It
like
felt
the
right.
old
All right.
head of the pack lion that people don't fuck with, but you just like lay there all day.
That's what I was thinking.
and those
Yeah.
lions that you see that their mane's not full and thick. It's like kind of thin
Yeah.
and down their back. And they're kind of, they're old, but like they still, yeah.
Got a few scars.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
And I'm a squirrel.
And you are a squirrel, and we will figure out more about what that means for everybody and how that's going to affect your stats in the next stage as everyone around you also starts to change, as the music picks up and the energy shifts, as this is a night of celebration and a night of total anarchy in the keep. Things are about to go crazy, and we will pick up with that next week if you come back and join us and re-roll. It's actually
unleashed.
going to be 2 weeks, I believe, right? Is that correct? Or are we taking
Yes.
a break this week? Okay, so it's going to be 2 weeks. We're going to take a break next week for scheduling issues and kind of to reset after the last arc. We're releasing some
my bad.
silly stuff here for a couple weeks. We've got some kind of shorter length campaigns. I guess I don't know what the tone's going to be, but likely more high fantasy is my guess from coming up from us.
It's not even
So-
worth trying to guess what might
yeah.
be picked up from the author.
Right. So stay tuned for that. But hopefully you guys are having fun with this. We'll see you next week. And
This is
then
fun.
let
It
us
was
know
good to
if
be
you
back,
have
baby.
any
Indeed.
if you have any recommendations for other systems you want us to try out, if you're liking the changing in systems. Keep us updated on how you're feeling. But that's it for now. And
Bye, everybody.
outro.
Maybe.
Thanks.
Outro.
Outro.